Sports headlines, I'm Jay Mars. The Sacramento Kings opened up the preseason last night in LA, blowing out the Lakers 105-75. It was a big debut for rookie Keegan Murray.
Sets up the alley-oop, broken up by Keegan Murray. Saves it from going out of bounds with a quick tip over to Mitchell. Mitchell into the front court. Back to Murray. Stops, fires. He hits the triple. It's 59-53. Sacramento's biggest lead of the ballgame. Keegan Murray now has 12 points. Steal. Murray to run to the rack. He's got a two-hand flush. Quick 5 points from the rookie Keegan Murray, and it's 61-53 in favor of Sacramento.
Murray finished the game with 16 points and 6 rebounds on 7 of 11 shooting from the field. The Kings are back in action Sunday evening against the Portland Trail Blazers. After a dismal loss in Denver last Sunday, the 49ers answered back against the defending Super Bowl champion Rams, defeating LA 25-9 on the back of an amazing defensive performance.
Cooper Cup right. Stafford going to throw out right. Intercepted and coming back the other way. Talanoa Hufanga. Touchdown! San Francisco!
The big bad wolf!
Kyle Shanahan has now won his last 7 regular season matchups against Sean McVay and the Rams. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
Jay, hey, my headset's
Text or call the show at 916-339-1140. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
Not taking the bait, Jay. Kings win, Lakers win, or Kings win, Niners win. Good job, Dave. They did take the bait. Good morning, and boy, what a good morning it is. God. Was there just a shuffling of, I'm still, like, Nick has the shortest chair in the building, which I don't get, because he's like 5'10". And then I have this is like the set, he's not, he's shorter. I didn't know that. And then everyone's 5'10". And then this is shorter. What is the deal, man?
I was going to say, Nick's either my height or maybe an inch shorter than me, and I'm a towering 5'7".
Really?
Yeah.
Is he like really that? I didn't.
He's my height or like maybe an inch shorter.
With or without the hat?
Get back to you on that.
Yeah, depending on the hat. Like, oh my God, that's gonna have to be a future bet I make with Nick because he always wears a hat. I don't know what it would be if I lost. It'd be terrible. But if
you can't wear a hat.
No, well, you know. Listen, I don't wear a hat usually like the week after I get a haircut, and then I just get lazy and go back to wearing a hat.
Well, I think that's what most people do. You got the new haircut. You want to show it off. You look good. You're feeling good.
But,
all right, Jason. Try it on.
Good morning.
Good morning.
No, I want to make a bet with him, and if he loses, he has to wear a top hat on the show.
On the show.
And I'll buy it. I'll buy it.
You'll buy the top.
If he would, well, yeah, because he's not going to go out and buy it.
Maybe he has.
Maybe if he has, yeah. If
he's got a collection of top hats.
If he is to top hats what Sam Jackson is to Kangles, that would be amazing.
You want to do me a solid and move slightly to your right for the camera? Not you, Jason. You're fine. You're always fine. Thank you. Move your mic too. Boy. Now you're perfectly centered.
What are you talking about? Hi, Jason.
Hi. You're talking about the chair?
Yeah.
You know who the last person was in that chair?
You?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
But what?
I was here.
No, but this was the chair. I moved.
You moved him.
Yeah.
Did you stay overnight?
I did.
I thought that was your little tent in the garage.
Yeah, you got a little sleeping bag there.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a great night. We're going to get to that. It was a great sports night. And at one point, I just sat back and went, the Niners are playing. The Kings are playing. The Giants are playing. The A's are playing.
Yeah.
Screw you, July. We made it.
Wow.
We made it.
Wow.
We made it. Love you, Dad. We made it. We made it through. It's amazing. And LA did not have a great sports night last night. LOL.
What if Florida State had played?
I'd come in here headless. Just, it's exploded. Good morning, everybody. Welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. It's good to be here. Good to be with you on the station. Here's a fun John Madden fact we were talking about before the show. Madden and Summerall. The last Super Bowl they called was Tom Brady's first Super Bowl victory.
Wow.
Okay. The first Super Bowl they called was Joe Montana's first Super Bowl win. They bookended it. They called 8 Super Bowls, 5 on CBS, the most ever for a broadcast duo. And it began with the 26-21 win over the Bengals in Super Bowl 16. How about that? That's your John Madden trivia for the morning. We were talking in the pregame about how he was like a real estate mogul.
Yeah.
All kinds of different things about John Madden. Yes.
Weirdly enough, did you know the final game he called happened to be on the same evening Barry Bonds hit his final home run as a Major League Baseball player?
I did not know that.
Because it's not true.
Oh. Well, come on. I would have believed it. It's like all Bay Area and stuff. We'll get to it later, too. Today is National Taco Day. Every radio station and every radio show is going to mention it. So let's get into it. Do you have a favorite taco?
Yes.
Do you have a favorite public taco?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Wait.
Samesies.
And it's appearing later on 3 for.
Oh, it is? Oh, that's right.
But I could reveal now.
Oh.
Savesies. Do you?
Does Choco count?
Oh, Choco Taco, I heard was discontinued.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
sad.
It's really good.
It's
It's
an
a
amazing
drumstick
treat.
dressed differently, but it's still good.
I have a lot of.
To me, it's an easier to eat drumstick.
Yeah. Less the nuts don't fall far from the taco.
They don't.
Yeah, because the drumstick can get annoying.
It
Like,
can.
The ice cream drumstick,
Mhm.
because you bite into it and then like half of it falls out.
Yeah.
I will save some of the taco stuff for taco time than 3 for Bad.
It is a Taco Tuesday.
Do you think LeBron will weigh in?
Yeah.
Something. Yes, because it's not.
He has not made a basket this year.
He
this
got
season.
clamped down last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, how did someone hear me out here, like a Taco Bell or a Del Taco, a major corporation with lots of money, not get him to like sponsor something?
Because
That was a swing and a
he
miss.
tried to trademark Taco Tuesday.
No, but what I'm saying is if you're Taco Bell and you see LeBron James talking about Taco Tuesday, aren't you trying to run a promo with him?
Yeah, same.
And you
reason,
have the money to do it.
same reason why. What was the place? Was it a chicken place? Was it a burger place? Remember when after he won the title, Giannis went through
No, Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, thank you. Like, how did that not happen?
My pleasure.
Well, actually, never mind. Sorry, answer my own question.
Attaboy. 2 for 2 this morning.
Yeah. Here's my thing on tacos. So just as general, let's talk about the royal taco philosophy. Okay. I don't like foofy tacos. Like, I don't like foofy pizza.
Okay.
Same.
That's my thing.
I'm with you.
I
Like cauliflower, sprout.
It's just not
whatever.
even that. No, because that's more of like alternative pizza
Yeah.
or whatever.
I feel like alternative pizza kind of goes into the foo-foo category. Though.
I don't disagree.
Because I think alternative pizza likes to consider itself foo-foo.
I just think that alternative pizza is a piece of the pie of foofy pizza. When we were shooting the RV documentary, I'll never forget the director. We were up in Seattle shooting stuff, and he was so excited because he wanted to take us to his favorite pizza place in the world, Serious Pie, right? Which is a great name.
Yeah.
So I'm excited because pizza, right? And so it was the wrap of the shoot, end of the shoot up in Seattle, and I'm super hungry. I purposely ate light at lunch. Like, let's go for it. And you get there, and it's one of those like, and I can hear pizza traditionalists right now screaming, like, that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's made in Italy. I get fine. Italy, I will say this. The Chinese food sucks in China, and pizza sucks in Italy compared to here. Okay? Here's why. It's like the dough that's like not a circle. It's like kind of I don't know. It looks like an amoeba.
Okay.
Right? And then it's like olive oil, balls of mozzarella, some basil, like whole leaves of basil, and then these like weird mushrooms. And that's the pizza with like salt and pepper. And they put it in front of you. You got like 4 large pizzas. And I'm looking around. I'm like, where's the pepperoni?
Yeah.
Is there sauce?
Are these breadsticks?
Right. That's exactly what it was like. It was like breadsticks.
They probably called you a stupid American. and
No,
all that
they
fun
were
stuff.
he was so mad because he's like, no, and it's like wood fired in the oven.
Wood fire pizza.
So the crust is like crunchy on the end and all that. And it was all like
You
bready.
wanted stuffed crust with pepperoni
Yes.
and meat.
Yes.
More meat and more pepperoni.
Give me a combo. I want green peppers and onions and olives and pepperoni and sausage and ham and bacon.
And that is the point where Dave turned to everybody in there and said, "This is why you don't have a basketball team."
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
And you won.
And we won.
Yeah.
You foofy pizza.
Let them have it.
Yeah.
Just get out of here.
Catch a fish.
Huh? Go catch a fish. Right.
You know?
Why don't you go crab? Why don't you there was a crab pizza. Now I remember. It was a crab and was it
Krabby
shrimp?
Patties.
It was something stupid. The closest
Isaiah's a big fan of Krabby Patties.
The closest meat there was on the pizza was like pancetta.
Oh.
And there's people.
Pancetta's fine.
It's fine as a Sunday snack with your cheese and
like
crackers.
a charcuterie plate.
Yeah, right. No, and if it's on a pizza, it better be like the topping of the toppings, like after your pepperoni.
It's an addition.
It's an addition. It's not a showcase piece. Oh, we have all quality ingredients. No, give me Mountain Mike's. Give me Round Table any day over. And there's one, I won't mention it, but there's one downtown people really love that he tried to take me to. Well, he did take me to. Same guy. It's like, well, this one's better at Sacramento. And I think it's locally owned, so I don't want to rip them, but it's a very popular place downtown that people love. And I went there and I ate it. It's trash. It's trash. It's not trash. It's quality ingredients. I get it, but it's trash. So on today, National Taco Day, my point is this.
Let's talk pizza.
Let's talk pizza. And also, get out of here with your dumb foofy tacos. Too. Yeah. I want grease. I want diarrhea after my tacos.
I'd hold that.
I don't want it. I'm just saying, like that's part of it. I want to have razor blades in my intestines after I eat my tacos. That's what I want.
Metcalf. Okay.
It's 6:11 a.m. Good for you. It is a big. Oh my goodness, what a wonderful show today. I had razor blades of nerves yesterday. Kings win. Niners win. Beat LA. I think every Northern California team played a Southern California team.
All of them won.
All of them won except the Giants, but whatever. We will discuss all of that and more. Sean Salisbury today, 8 o'clock. It's leading off next.
You want Kings talk?
I'm a diehard Kings fan.
There's nowhere else you need to go but here. Kings games, Kings interviews, Kings breaking news, Kings coverage. Nobody has it all but us. Sactown Sports, your local sports leader.
Your back-to-back Big Sky champion Sacramento State Hornets return home this Saturday, October 8th against Northern Colorado. Head out to Hornet Field to witness Sacramento's hottest team and cheer the Hornets on to another Big Sky championship. Saturday is Breast Cancer Awareness Night, and fans are encouraged to wear pink. So don't miss out on the excitement of Sacramento State football this season. Kickoff Saturday at 6. Get your tickets now at hornetsports.com. Stingers up.
Our friends at Straight Line Roofing are doing it again. They just won't stop giving away free roofs. Crazy, but yes, free roofs to our everyday heroes. The first has been won, and you only have 8 more days to enter and win the second free roof, valued up to $25,000. An everyday hero can be your mom, dad, grandparent, or that friendly neighbor who's always willing to lend a hand. Nominate your everyday hero today. Visit straightlineroofing.com to register to win a free roof for your everyday hero. That's straightlineroofing.com.
Let's do it. It's time for Leading Off. Brought to you by Lasher's Elk Grove Dodge, where for over 60 years, their name means a great deal in Elk Grove Auto Mall and online at elkgrovedodge.com. Here's cut number 1.
I got it. Don't tell me what to do, Jack. I got it. Nope. I got it.
He hits the triple. It's 59-53. Sacramento's biggest lead of the ball game. Keegan Murray now has 12 points. Steal. Murray to run to the rack. He's got a 2-hand flush. Quick 5 points from the rookie Keegan Murray, and it's 61-53 in favor of Sacramento.
So I know we've all been with our significant others long enough, but there's people out here that can identify with this. You ever in your life go out on a first date and you go, and it really went well, and you go home and you're like,
this is the one.
You're like signing your name with their last name. You know, maybe not, but you're this is the one. You're like dreaming about what your kids will look like.
I always reference that scene in Dumb and Dumber where he's picturing himself with Mary.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of what goes on.
The whole hug and the wheat fields and all that.
At Christmas time, farting and everyone thinks it's funny.
It's hilarious.
It is.
It is. Top secret with the glow. Anyways, you get the point. That's how I feel about Keegan Murray right now. Like, from an NBA fan standpoint, I'm imagining walking. I am running through wheat fields together, like going on rides and keeping our hands up on the roller coaster.
I think it's. I have the picture of you and him running on the beach, much like Apollo and Rocky.
Yes, and doing the bounce hug.
Yes, in short shorts. And tank tops.
Yes, super
splashing
short
through
shorts.
the water. And
yes, I want to read stories with him out loud.
Okay.
I want to make a fire. I want
to draw each other's portraits.
Yes, I think we should move out and get in an apartment together. That's what I think. It's such. Listen, today's overreaction. Here's the thing. I fully admit, I can only speak for me. I don't know if this goes for you guys. Had the Kings lost last night, I'm sure a lot of they went 4-0 in the preseason last year. So, don't draw. Maybe they go 4 and they'll do better. You can't. Mike Brown's got to get a. But with what happened yesterday and how good Keegan Murray looked, it's overreaction.
Yeah, and I don't think it's unfair to do that. I mean, I've got him as MVP. Forget Rookie of the Year. He's winning the whole MVP of the whole league.
Rookie of the Year is the floor.
Yes.
I'm wondering who's
how many time MVP?
Do you feel like 8 is too low?
8 is enough.
8 is enough. Who would induct him? Do you think his twin brother would induct him into the Hall of Fame? Or not his twin brother? Yeah, his twin brother.
I think he's so good, he's going to get all of his family in the Hall of Fame based on his accomplishments.
His parents will be in the Hall of Fame just for bringing him into this world.
Yeah.
Did you guys see LeBron's thinking about retiring after what Keegan did to the Lakers last night?
I completely would. Did you hear Mountain Dew dropped him as a sponsor? Wow. Yeah, they actually dropped him.
Also, 80 out 6 to 8 weeks with Keeganitis.
Yeah, Keegan Murray glanced at him and
broke the chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, AD was in street clothes in the second half. Hey, guess what? He just looked really good off the bench. By the way, that was cute. Mike Brown starting Apollo, and I get it. That was cute.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fair to remove the coach and name Keegan the coach, too.
I think Mike Brown should take his cues from Keegan Murray. Honestly, Vivek, time to step down.
Yeah, it's Keegan's
team.
Keegan's Kings.
It's his team, and it's here to stay. All right, thanks. Hit the road, Keegan. And by the way, Mayor Steinberg, love you.
Yeah.
Get out.
Keegramento?
Yeah, Keegramento, 100%. You make your debut.
One more time.
What?
Keegan and Keegan, 2024.
Keegan.
I think he should be president.
And vice president? Why not? President Murray? Sounds great.
Yeah.
How quickly would he turn the recession around?
Tomorrow. Gas prices would probably be
99 cents.
4.
He would
4 cents.
He would deflate inflation.
Yes, he would.
Yeah.
Ukraine, all peace.
Dave, you would have the temperature you want, all 365.
All 365.
Yeah.
Kim Jong-un just totally softened.
Yes.
I don't know what it is. Just happy-go-lucky.
They're sharing a drink with 2 straws. 1 straw, maybe.
So Keegan Murray goes for the convenience store last night, 7 of 11 in his debut, and 16 points. The really not only leading both teams in scoring, leading both teams in excellence.
Yes.
On the other hand, Malik Monk wasn't great. Should we overreact to that too?
Yeah,
that was a preseason game.
Yeah,
don't worry, don't overreact to that. Come on,
really fine on Sunday.
Okay, well, that wasn't the only thing that happened. It wasn't even the most important thing in our sports world yesterday that happened. Number 2.
Cut number 2.
3, 2, 1. The 49ers have beaten the LA Rams for a 7th consecutive regular season matchup.
7-0 in the regular season is Jimmy Garoppolo versus the Rams.
I credit Keegan.
Honestly, Keegan Murray would be a Hall of Fame tight end. He would actually throw the ball to himself as a quarterback, catch it, and score a touchdown.
I think he would heal Trey Lance. I think he would just make the world better, and he has.
I mean, seriously, touchdown, Keegan Murray.
Feels great, baby.
The 49ers defense is just stupid, and meaning stupid isn't how the kids say it. Like it really is silly. 24-9 was the final. Deebo Samuel had a signature play, as he will do. The defense had a pick six and so much more. Matt Stafford was sacked 7 times. He took more sacks than a guy with a terrible offensive line.
Oh, good one.
It was just, I mean, and then Cooper Kupp had 122 yards.
Yeah, whatever.
Allen Robinson's still there, by the way.
Yeah,
he's there.
Where is he?
I
Jay?
saw him a couple times on the field.
I don't think he was there.
He was targeted 6 times yesterday, and I think that's a season high.
That's a lot of targeting.
That is a lot of targeting.
Actually, that might be more targets than he got the first 3 games.
Seriously, I think that's a season high. Cooper Kupp was targeted 19 times and caught the ball 14 times.
Wow.
It's just, isn't that insane? Everyone knows how you're amazing, and everyone is doubling you, and you still catch 14 and 19 targets. We got a lot to break down there because it's amazing what a day can do. It's amazing going into the game yesterday. I don't know, Jimmy sucks and the team is terrible, and blah blah blah. Wow, that line, the Niners are favored. I don't know. And you're coming out yesterday like, well, that's exactly if the Niners were to win a Super Bowl, exactly how they would do it. The defense would dominate, and Jimmy wouldn't do anything stupid.
Yeah, it was honestly, there were so many elements that it's the blueprint of the win, right? There are a few too many field goals for my liking, but that's okay. Defense incredible. The classic Jimmy G touchdown was the short throw.
Yes.
Kind of high
yes.
to Debo that he makes magic and goes 56 yards.
I got to be honest. I was already leaning here going in, but last night actually convinced me even more that Jimmy Garoppolo's trash. Like, he's trash. I like him.
Wow.
He's not good, dude. Wow. Look at his touchdown last night.
Yeah.
That
was a classic Jimmy.
That was a classic Jimmy throw, and then Debo made it happen.
Yeah.
I think if you look at Jimmy's yards last night and you look at his yards after catch, that will tell you the entire
that's
story.
That's exactly it. It's basically the players he has around him and Shanahan scheming that protects him. He completed 16 passes. He
was fine.
Didn't complete 11. He had a QBR, dude, of 47-4.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things where, honestly, you know, sports tragedy, this team, if they had even an average quarterback, he's
not average anymore?
No, he's not. Wow. Dude, he's not.
And they won.
Honestly, he's a super nice guy. He's incredibly good looking. He's not. I would rather have Marcus Mariota under center than Keegan Murray. Jimmy Garoppolo.
I'd rather have Keegan Murray.
Keegan on the mind. Seriously, dude, he sucks, and they won. So that's my take on the whole game.
Also, are we here for the new Brandon Ayuk, Jalen Ramsey feud?
Absolutely.
What was that about?
And the Rams sideline feud, too.
Yeah.
All over it.
The Rams sideline feud was the best one of the night.
That's the new Crabtree Sherman, right?
Okay.
Kind of, a little
Go
bit.
With it.
Mm-hmm. All right, we'll take a break. By the way, at some point, we need to talk about the best hit of the night on Pink Smoky guy. The fan that ran on the field with the pink smoke. Yeah, that was a hell of a hit. We'll take a break when we come back.
Shout out Wagner.
Tony La Russa retires, and Albert Pujols does something you'd only see in the movies. We'll talk about it next.
Your home for the most comprehensive 49ers coverage. Debo, Bosa, to our very own Armstead. The 49ers Authority, Sactown Sports. Sactown Sports. Your local sports leader.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by RC Willey Home Furnishings.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. It is Tuesday. You're out the door to a comfortable start, so grab a layer to get by for the morning. Into the afternoon, abundant sunshine with highs today in the upper 80s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
You want to know RC Willey has a large selection of furniture, mattresses, appliances, electronics, and flooring. But do you know they also have a low price guarantee? RC Willey, located in Rockland and South Sacramento near Elk Grove.
I'm in the great outdoors doing a little Dodge watching with Vince Bloom, the big guy at Lasher's Elk Grove Dodge. Would you look at that? You know, those are some pretty high-powered binoculars you got there, Vince.
Yeah, I use them to spot all the Lasher license plates out there.
Well, there's bound to be a lot because, I mean, you are the big guy after all, and the big guy's known for making great deals on new Ram 1500 Bighorns and Longhorns, Tradesmen and Laramies, crew cabs and quad cabs, 4x4s and 4x2s.
I know. Hold on. I see another one.
Another what? Looked like it might have been a new Dodge Challenger.
I think so.
Or a new Dodge Charger. Elk Grove Dodge sells a ton of those, you know. And new Durangos, Chrysler Pacificas, Jeep Cherokees, and the new Grand Cherokee, Jeep Compass, Gladiators, and Wranglers, and the all-new Wagoneer. I've heard Elk Grove Dodge has great deals on those, too.
He's taken off.
Oh, I'm sorry. You lose him?
Oh, no. Just another happy customer migrating back to Elk Grove Dodge.
No surprise there, because for over 40 years, the name Lasher means a great deal.
Only at Lasher's Elk Grove Dodge and the Elk Grove Auto Mall and online at elkgrovedodge.com.
My daughter is in middle school, which means my car has to put up with, well, girls opening the door when their nail polish isn't quite dry, or soccer kids kicking the door shut with muddy cleats, or when their school crush shakes up a soda and opens it right in front of my bumper. So you can expect my car to look a mess, but I defy expectations. Thanks to Quick Quack, I don't have to look like middle schoolers are running this show, even though they kind of are. Hit the Quick Quack for a shine that lets you defy expectations.
Folks, there's been some fumbles on the way to the big game, but he's been getting some help to get it done tonight. Here's the throw. And he's off to the races. He might go all the way. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10, touchdown. He did it, folks. He did it.
Regain and optimize your sexual performance, drug-free and surgery-free. The Gainswave treatment will help you get that bedroom touchdown. See what Dr. Dan Botha and his team at Gainswave can do for you. Visit gainswavecalgary.ca.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Since you probably can't afford your own sports psychologist, Golf Monthly's Fergus Bissett offers 5 golf psychology tips to help you play better. First, stay in the present. If your mind is ahead of you, how can you focus on the shot at hand? Second, every shot is a new challenge. The objective of every shot is to get the ball in the hole in the least amount of strokes. Go do it. 3, the past is the past. Many of us dwell on the past. Not good. Clear your mind and move on to the next shot. 4, never surrender. Some give up on their rounds too quickly. Your fortunes on the course can change with one swing or one decent break. Lastly, stay positive on the greens. If you're having one of those days where the putts don't drop, focus on the positives. If you're putting on your intended line, that's a good thing. Keep it up and they'll begin to fall. And remember, it's a game, so go out there and have some fun. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Time to check out Coastside Medical Clinic, who's dedicated to providing breakthrough remedies for men.
Sactown Sports Headlines.
With your Sactown Sports headlines, I'm Jay Mars. The Sacramento Kings opened up the preseason last night in LA, blowing out the Lakers 105-75. It was a big debut for rookie Keegan Murray.
Sets up the alley-oop, broken up by Keegan Murray. Saves it from going out of bounds with a quick tip over to Mitchell. Mitchell into the front court. Back to Murray. Stops, fires. He hits the triple. It's 59-53. Sacramento's biggest lead of the ball game. Keegan Murray now has 12 points. Steal. Murray to run to the rack. He's got a two-hand flush. Quick 5 points from the rookie Keegan Murray, and it's 61-53 in favor of Sacramento.
Murray finished the game with 16 points and 6 rebounds on 7 of 11 shooting from the field. The Kings are back in action Sunday evening against the Portland Trail Blazers. After a dismal loss in Denver last Sunday, the 49ers answered back against the defending Super Bowl champion Rams, defeating LA 25-9 on the back of an amazing defensive performance.
Cooper Kupp right. Stafford going to throw out right. Intercepted and coming back the other way. Talanoa Hufanga. Touchdown! San Francisco!
The big bad wolf!
Kyle Shanahan has now won his last 7 regular season matchups against Sean McVay and the Rams. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The only local sports show in the morning.
On Sactown Sports 1140.
I kind of feel bad. I didn't mean Jimmy Garoppolo.
I think you did.
I didn't mean he was trash. That's too harsh.
Okay.
I just don't think he's very good. And it's tough. Like, you shouldn't allow how you feel about somebody personally to affect how you grade them. Like, that's awesome. He's a great guy, and I'd love to have a meal with he and his family and all that, but it shouldn't matter. Like, if this team had Jared Goff, they'd be undefeated. Probably if they had Geno Smith, they'd be undefeated. Just saying. Like, I would take either of those guys over Jimmy Garoppolo right now. I would. Because at least, I don't know about, Cooper Rush, undefeated. Aaron Rodgers, undefeated.
Jimmy G's 2-1.
He is. He's 2-1. And that's fine. And there's some intangible about Jimmy Garoppolo that works. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
For real. But I don't know. I watch him play and I go, God, I don't know. It's like doing the group project and there's one kid that doesn't pull his weight. Everyone else has to cover for him. Like he's the guy in the group project that doesn't he's doing his best. Yeah. I don't doubt that. Yesterday, Albert Pujols did something that you would, if it happened in a movie, you'd be like, that's cool, but it could never happen in real life. I'd like to take you back to April 9th, 2001.
Not into McGuire's category yet, but he's still maturing. He's only 21 years old. A 1-2. Well hit into left field. Did he get enough? At the wall.
Welcome to St. Louis, Albert Pujols. 2-0 Cardinals.
Joe, you asked me how he's going to start his career in St. Louis. You'd say, well, if it's a storybook, you did a home run, but you don't want to put that much pressure on him. I guess he didn't mind it.
I'd like to bring you to last night. Albert Pujols in his final regular season home at bat.
Oh, yeah, on Sunday, yeah.
Excuse me,
yeah,
Sunday,
right.
For the St. Louis Cardinals.
Albert with a double that scored 2. Now with 2,213 runs batted in, one back of Babe Ruth. The 0-1. Albert lifts it in the air out to center. Going back, Reynolds at the wall. He's done it. He's done it. His final regular season home game, number 702. He's tied the game. He's tied Babe Ruth all time in runs batted in.
Yeah,
into McGuire's category.
That. I mean, seriously, how cool is that?
It's amazing. Full circle there. Then he adds on yesterday with another homer and more RBI. So he goes past Babe Ruth.
Mm-hmm. Right there. Isn't that cool?
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. Albert Pujols, if it wasn't for Aaron Judge, Albert Pujols is the story of the year.
He's still one of them. I think about where he was. I mean, I know he needed 21 for the season. Now he surpassed that to get to 700, but he was not doing much at all at the All-Star break, and then he's had a really impressive second half.
What is he? Look at him. I'm wondering what he's sitting on for the year. Albert Pujols, DH, 24 home runs, 66 RBI. He's batting 270, which in this day and age is pretty fantastic. The last time he hit 24 or more home runs, 2016. 6, 5, 12, 24. Should Albert Pujols be tested, Jason? 339-1140. I guess we're going to ask the question to Aaron Judge. We should ask about Albert Pujols. It's a great year. It's a great, I think the second best story. Obviously, Judge is the best. Second. And a lot of people would say it's the best story.
Right.
I can hear the people now, the truth, are saying, Aaron Judge hitting the 7th most home runs. What's the big deal? I've seen those memes.
Yeah. But Pujols has hit, I think it's 18 since the All-Star break.
Yeah.
He's been at times, especially the back end of the season, the Cardinals are going to the postseason. Like their best hitter.
Their best hitter, which is crazy.
And he went from spot starts, play him every third day or something, to now he's in the lineup a lot because they need him.
Speaking of the St. Louis Cardinals, a guy with a lot of history there, Tony La Russa is stepping down as White Sox manager because of health concerns that kept him out of the dugout for the last month and a half. According to him, there was an issue with the pacemaker he'd implanted. He was under contract through next year.
That was a weird hire.
It was a weird hire. He did say, La Russa, I'll give him credit for this. He said, our team's record this season is the final reality. It's an unacceptable disappointment. I was hired to provide positive difference-making leadership and support. Our record is proof I did not do my job. It was a weird hire, like you said, from the owner, Jerry Reinsdorf, who's done a lot of weird things. You'll remember also owning the Chicago Bulls. But here's the other thing. Tony La Russa is 78.
Mm-hmm.
Like, get out of here. Like, seriously, like, you've done the thing. Like, time to go. I think he has a ranch or something, you know, like, I'm not indifferent to the fact that there's some people that want to work until they die.
Sure.
Literally just, I have nothing else to do. I don't want to waste away in some, riding a horse in Montana. I'm good. I want to stay in the game. I understand that. I respect that. But I think the White Sox are a lot better than they I think Tony La Russa, unfortunately, at this stage of his life was a net negative.
Yeah.
So, Jerry Reinsdorf did his old pal a favor. The Phillies clinched a playoff berth for the first time since 2011. They fired Joe Girardi during the season. They had a 22% chance to make the playoffs when they fired Joe Girardi.
And now they're in.
Mm-hmm.
And all the teams are in. It's all settled. Now there's some positioning still to go, but baseball's they're not going to get to game 162 to decide this all.
Baseball's all set. Excuse me. They are now. Hold on a second. Where is my guy? And
here it is. Swung on, popped up, shallow center, coming on. Marsh on the run. And the Phillies, for the first time in 11 years, will head back to the postseason.
Wait a minute.
That's confusing.
Was that the press box? I think that was the press box.
Okay. Because it almost felt like, did they have a dugout?
That's what it sounded like. But no, I think the play-by-play, because that was weird. We hadn't heard that clip yet. Play-by-play guy's doing the thing. Then
caller jumps in.
The whoever the color, which apparently there's offensive linemen in baseball too.
Yeah. Wait, I think we need to hear it again.
Yeah, and then you got.
Where's this other sound?
Ready to jump that rail and start a celebration. Dubon waiting on the 12th pitch. And here it is. Swung on, popped up, shallow center, coming on. Marsh on the run. And the Phillies, for the first time in 11 years, will head back to the postseason.
I don't know that that's press box.
You think that's
that
a
felt
dugout?
too. Yeah, but do they have that clean of a mic sound down there?
Also, what is a dugout going to let itself get mic'd up? Like, because what else are they picking up?
Yeah, in general, I didn't see the last out. Don't they normally like flee and run out onto the field?
Yeah, exactly. Unless that was the sound of they're like, yeah.
Way to go, yeah.
And also no swearing.
Yeah, way to go for he's a jolly good fellow.
Right. You got to think there's a lot
hip,
of
hip, hooray.
Be a lot of LFGs going on out there. Jay, I can't hear you. Do you have a thing? Yeah. Okay.
I'm not sure what that is.
Shallow center coming on. Marsh on the run. And the Phillies, for the first time in 11 years, will head back to the postseason.
Well, we have some saying that's the staff behind the play-by-play.
That's what I think it is. I think
it sounds like a lot of people were in there.
Yeah, I think it's a press box.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, and you had all the afternoon producers and stuff on the station. Wanted to see it happen.
I know that's one of those taboo things. Like if you're in the press box, if you have a credential, you can't cheer. I got a feeling if the Kings break that streak, there's going to be some people
that's gone by the wayside.
Yeah.
Seriously, the press box. It's not even a press box now. It's a section of the stadium. They're going to go insane. Scott Howard Cooper's going to glare at them.
You're not doing it right.
Yeah, Scoop's not for that.
Yeah.
You can't show that emotion. And then, that's fine. I mean,
yeah.
One more thing. Last night during that football game, because I don't know where else we're going to, we can talk about it in a couple different places, but there was a fan that got absolutely trucked.
Yes.
And as a matter of fact, somewhere in here, I want to say, here we go. Peyton Manning doing a play-by-play of the whole thing.
Here we go. Oh, yeah.
There he is. There he is. Yes.
Oh, yes.
That's what we're talking about. Wagner, a veteran, right? Get him down. Now get out and let these guys take over.
Okay. So just I see this every once in a while pop up on social media, and it's the take of, dude, he's protesting something. It might be a great cause. He didn't deserve that. And I'm just here to say again to those people, I'm 100% all for absolutely trucking those guys.
Yeah, you got to stop it. You can't. This can't happen. It does, but it can't.
A lot of us lived through Monica Seles.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what's going to happen until it happens. You come on the field, you are free reign.
Yeah.
You are. Now, do I think somebody should be shot? No. But would I be for tasing? Would I be for Bobby Wagner trucking him? Yes.
Yeah. And wasn't there another angle of, I think, a security guy? Did he wreck his knee?
Yeah,
That
it looked like
terrible.
an ACL.
Like, oh.
Yeah, he was running after and all of a sudden just bumbling.
That had rubber legs.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
no.
got the stanky leg, the right leg. That didn't look great. Yeah, I want people to realize, I want the people that are coming down on the field. I don't care how righteous your cause is. I'm all for peaceful protest, but not
other ways
there.
to do it.
There are many, many other ways to do it. You come on the field, you're getting trucked. And I'm all for that. When I saw that, I cheered it. And there you go. We'll take a break. My rookie retires. One of them. This is sad. This is sad, but also it's puts a smile on our faces. A longtime Sacramento Kings says goodbye, and some big names in the NBA made their return last night. We'll talk about it next.
When it comes to the Kings, nobody has you covered like we do.
We are here with Harrison Barnes.
Until we all get into the fray and we say, man, we went on the road and we beat this team, like, that was a great experience. Or I think that's what we need. And I'm looking forward to going to battle with these guys. I mean, it's a great group of guys, all high character.
The best Kings talk, the flagship.
Hey, Sacramento, it's Harrison Barnes, and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sactown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Servicing your vehicle has never been so easy at Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda. Schedule your next service appointment anytime, anywhere at StocktonHonda.com. It only takes a minute to schedule, and our award-winning service team will have you back on the road in no time. Oil changes, tires, parts, and more.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Hey, it's Carmichael, Dave, and listen, even though it may not feel like it sometimes, fall is officially here. The weather may be a little bit uncomfortable, too warm for me. 1 minute it's cool and raining. I love that. But the next day it's hot and sunny. What can make you comfortable inside, though, is knowing your AC and furnace will be working properly and efficiently for whatever temperature it is outside. Take advantage of American Energy's $49 AC or furnace 30-point tune-up today. Make sure you and your family are ready for the changing weather. 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Thinking about gas mileage. A bottle of Gum Out Fuel Injector Cleaner can clean your entire system and help your engine get more MPGs. Right now, you can get 2 bottles for only $7. A great deal to help you go a good deal farther. Find Gum Out Fuel Injector Cleaner and everything you need for better fuel efficiency at any of our 6,200 stores.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
The Our Promise annual fundraising campaign is back this October. Thanks to the generosity of California state employees giving back via payroll deduction, the Our Promise campaign has contributed nearly $5 million to nonprofits throughout the state. If you're a state employee that would like to give back, this is the year to participate. Choose from over 5,000 deserving nonprofits. Causes like healthcare, animals, children, and the environment. Whatever inspires you, as little as $5 a month can make a huge difference. Learn how you can care for California this October and year-round by visiting ourpromiseca.org.
Hello, Sacramento. Doug Christie here with the Good Feet Store, asking, are you a runner? I am. When I was asked as a kid to run an errand, I literally ran that errand. Running all over helped me to be one of the fastest guys on the team and always the quickest. But all that running put tons of pressure on my feet and made me susceptible to pain in my legs, feet, hips, and back. The pain was intense and I just couldn't shake it. Now, thanks to the Good Feet Store, foot-related problems are a thing of the past. Do you lead an active lifestyle at work and play, frustrated with solutions that don't solve anything? Come to the Good Feet Store and get a free personalized fitting and test walk. Experience for yourself the comfort, balance, and support that is Good Feet Art supports. The Good Feet Store in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, and Modesto, online at goodfeet.com. That's goodfeet.com. Tell them Doug Christie sent you.
You know they've been here for a combined 50 years. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
Jason Thompson.
JT.
Writer's own Jason Thompson. Most games in Sacramento Kings history.
That's true.
And that's going to feature here a little bit later when we have a pair of tickets for you to see the Sacramento Kings home preseason debut against the hated Portland Trailblazers. Just hated. A team that that seems like it's going to be very important this year for Kings fans when it comes to attempting to make the play-ins. We've got both preseason home opener that we're giving away today, and we're going to do that at let's say 8:27 Kings Trivia.
Okay.
And not today, but very, very soon. Of course, we have actual home openers.
That's always a fun ticket.
Also against the Blazers. Oh. Yeah, how about that? That's how it was planned.
So it's worth your while to listen every day, all the time.
Jason retires from basketball. I understand that a common reaction right now there was like he's still playing. Yeah. And Jason went. Jason did like a lot of folks do. He had himself a trek around the world, and good for him. Young, rich, definitely. Milking. I say milking in a nice way. What he can out of the rest of his career, but he's 36.
Yep.
Oh God.
And I always said he wanted to be in broadcasting.
Jason did?
He did.
Yeah.
At least back then. So I don't know if that's still a goal or.
Well, I know he's joined. I think he joined the Ryder basketball team as an assistant coach now.
Nice.
He has played for Sacramento, then Golden State, then Toronto, then the Shandong Golden Stars, Fenerbahce, Sichuan Blue Whales. I don't know how to say that one. Then the Shanghai Sharks, went back to Guangdong. No, sorry, he was at Shandong. Then he went to Guangdong. And then was with the Wisconsin Herd in the G League, the Bucks G League affiliate. Did that last year. Longtime Sacramento King, 12th overall pick. One of Jeff Petrie's in Petrie's final years as the GM. Played all 82 games as a rookie for the Kings. And he was just, I say my rookie because on the night show we couldn't get any of the great play. We weren't getting the Bibbies and the Webbers and the whoever's, or the Kevin Martins. Every year I would get a rookie. So I got, Dante Green and Francisco Garcia. Jason Thompson was my first rookie. And God, I remember, I can sit here, Jason, I can remember him, what kind of car did you ride? Did you first buy with your first money? And, bringing your family out here and just this wide-eyed young kid off from the East Coast coming out here. And now he's 36 years old and retiring. It's another one of those, life is short, blah, blah, blah. Hey, listen, did Jason Thompson make an all-star team? Is he a Hall of Famer? No and no. Did Jason Thompson play a long time and make a lot of money and really carried himself, I thought, very, very well?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was and while he was here and even after, I think he's always cared about this community, and that always endears you to, yes, fans will want more from every player. I think that's always going to be in the history of time of sports fans. But in the end, is he a good person? If he came back, would he get cheered and supported? Of course he would.
I think so.
He was really well respected.
I think so. I think he is always welcome in Sacramento. Yeah. And also, one of the sources of the biggest argument I ever got in with DeMarcus Cousins was they did not like each other.
Okay.
And I don't think they still like each other.
Yeah.
And I don't know. DeMarcus didn't like that I was sharing my bowl of popcorn with Jason Thompson after a game and booted me out of the locker room. And that was that. Lots of debuts last night. By debuts, I mean returns. Ben Simmons in Brooklyn. Ben Simmons played Ben Simmons, to be honest with you. 6 points, 5 assists, 4 boards in 19 minutes. That's a very on 50% shooting. Missed, both his free throws.
Mm-hmm.
Did not take a 3. That is very Ben Simmonsy.
Yeah, I know Steve Nash had the quote, I don't know, maybe last week, said, I don't even care if he makes a basket for us.
Yeah.
So you talk about different roles and utilize scoring really won't be what that team will need, but he will provide some of it and set up other guys. But his length, his versatility, his defense, just his overall presence should help them.
I think they're going to be, again, health is the key. It always is. You always have to say that. And I honestly think Adam Silver should ban injuries this year. I think the NBA would be very interesting if there were no injuries.
He's failing to do his job.
He is failing to do his job. Probably should be fired. If again, provided, and good luck, that Durant and Simmons play a majority of the games this year. I think they're going to be so much better than they were with Harden. I just think that was too goofy, too weird. And Simmons just fits, to your point, those weaknesses that they have a lot more. They're not going to need scoring.
Right.
They're not going to need scoring, and Joe Harris is back as well. Other returns, how about in L.A.? The Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is back. Actually, return of 2 superstars. Dame Lillard back for the Blazers. Clippers beat Portland 102-97. Dame in 23 minutes, 5 of 13, 16 points and 3 boards. And Kawhi Leonard in 16 minutes, 11 points, 4 boards, couple assists, couple of steals. His first game in over 400 days.
Yeah, I think the Clippers have the great combination of high-level talent and incredible depth. I think they're going to be a major problem this year.
The Clippers? I totally agree. Oh, I totally agree. I think the West is going to be it's going to be very interesting, but I don't think we've ever really gotten to see the Clippers as they were supposed to be, because of those injury issues. Now, they do have some weaknesses. I love their addition of Covington. I love the addition of Powell. I think John Wall's still got enough left in the tank to where he can be an asset off the bench. And don't sleep on Brandon Boston Jr. Is a very under-the-radar player out of Kentucky. B.J. Boston was a much heralded recruit. I know you get Harry Giles vibes there and Scala BCR vibes, but BJ Boston was just a guy that he couldn't find the right rotation with Coach Calipari.
Right.
And he may end up being one of those Kentucky players that kind of flew under the radar, dropped a little bit, and is going to end up being a huge asset for the Clippers. I completely agree with you. If George and Kawhi can stay healthy.
Yeah, that's the key, right? I mean, obviously Kawhi's been out for all that time, and George missed some time last year. But those two, as they're intended, I think their defense can be so switchable. They got a lot of guys in that 6'6" to 6'8", 9 range. Yeah, they're a good team.
The one other return, actually a couple of them, Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray, yeah. Sure,
Jamal
both,
Murray.
yeah.
But Jamal Murray coming back, and 10 points for him, 12 for Porter Jr. Gordon, Porter Jr., Jokic, Murray, and then they had Contavious Caldwell-Pope in there. That's another team that markedly better. And they were good last year.
Yeah.
But you have everybody back, and again, can they stay healthy? But Denver is loaded. And Oklahoma City, there's one thing interesting there. Josh Giddey, who was tremendous in Summer League, had a great summer, and is one of those because of everything going on in Oklahoma City. I think you need to keep your eye on Josh Giddey. I don't want to overstate it. I think Josh Giddey is a superstar, not a star. I think he is a superstar. I think with the injuries in Oklahoma City and the overall tankishness there this year, the pedigree this kid has at night, he's still not, Jason, he hasn't turned 20 until next month.
Right.
Last night in 25 minutes, 14 points, 12 boards, 9 assists. I'm telling you right now, I think Josh Giddey going to have a Luka Doncic type rise? That's tough. But I think he's going to be right in that family.
Be on the watch for that one.
Keep an eye on Josh Giddey this year. He's going to be absolutely tremendous, much like my friend Shelby is. He's a tremendous guy, a tremendous worker, and does some tremendous things. I'll say tremendous a few more times for you. At United Wholesale Lending, there's a lot to talk about at refinanceWithShelby.com, where you can reach out to him and his team. But I'll give you the bullet points. They're a local lender, and you want to support local business, of course. But it also matters because this is a big, small town. You guys know that. If you screw a couple people over, it's gonna get around. They have a reputation, a very good reputation to uphold over there. And other banks, you're just a number on a ledger. You're just a number on a ledger. So you want to get a lower interest rate. You want to take some cash out. You want to buy a house. Shelby's your guy. He is your guy. Their team can close a purchase loan in just over 2 weeks. That's speed. That is fast, especially in this market. And that means those people coming in with those big cash offers, you can compete with those if you go to Shelby at refinancewithshelby.com. That's refinancewithshelby.com. NMLS number 279051, BRA number 01864354. We'll take a break. Kings and Lakers last night. Hey, it's preseason, but that won't stop us from making some outlandish statements. We've got sound for you as well. Don't go away. We're right back.
When it comes to the Kings,
nobody has you covered like we do.
Sitting across from me, Domantas Sabonis, does it feel like kind of you're like right back on the bicycle with De'Aaron and you feel really comfortable and confident with this offense and how the rest of the guys fit around you now?
They're just helping us excel our pick and roll game at a higher level with amazing talent around us. Shooters, drivers, they can do a bit of everything. So it's just going to open up a lot of things. And then I'm really excited.
The best Kings talk.
The flagship.
Sactown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Divorce becomes a reality, you need a partner that you can count on. If you're a man in this situation, consider contacting Cordell & Cordell. We've helped men navigate complex legal matters for 30 years.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Sacramento area attorneys, a partner men can count on. 500 Capitol Mall, Suite 2060, Sacramento, California, 95814. Online at CordellCordell.com.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at PowerCopier.com.
Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary. Subject to terms and conditions. Not available in all areas. Actual Pi customer.
As a small business, we're always looking for ways that we can offer the quality product and get some cost savings.
Meet Michelle from J.J. Pfister Distilling Company, a small business in California. When looking for workers' comp coverage tailored to the company's needs, she discovered Pi Insurance.
We heard about Pi Insurance being geared for a small business, gave Pi a call, and ended up switching.
Is your small business overpaying for workers' comp insurance? See how much you could save at trypi.com. Plus, with pay-as-you-go billing, your premium is based on your actual payroll, which means no additional bill if your business grows.
We saved about 30% off of our workers' comp insurance when we switched to Pi.
It's as easy as pie to get the savings you deserve. What are you waiting for? Ask your agent for Pi, or get a quote in 3 minutes at trypi.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
What did 9 out of 10 people who died from COVID have in common?
They were 50 or older.
And if you have a condition like heart disease or diabetes, your risk is even higher.
COVID vaccines lower the risk of death.
Get your updated vaccine now. It could save your life.
We can do this. Find updated COVID vaccines at vaccines.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Get what you want and pay over time when you use your Lowe's Advantage Card. Now through October 26, 2022. Ask for 0% APR with 36 fixed monthly payments on a product installation or appliance purchase of $1,000 or more. Shop for the appliances you want in-store or online. Or go to the store nearest you for installation. Now at Lowe's. Offer subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store Lowe's.com for details. U.S. only.
Sacramento State football is back at home this Saturday versus Northern Colorado. Game time, 6 p.m. at Hornet Stadium. Get your tickets at hornetsports.com.
KHTK AM and HD1 Sacramento. KYMX HD2 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
It's Sactown Sports 1140. Sactown Sports
Headlines.
With your Sactown Sports headlines, I'm Jay Mars. The Sacramento Kings opened up the preseason last night in LA, blowing out the Lakers 105-75. It was a big debut for rookie Keegan Murray.
Back to Murray, stops, fires, he hits the triple. It's 59-53, Sacramento's biggest lead of the ballgame. Keegan Murray now has 12 points. Steal. Murray to run to the rack. He's got a two-hand flush. Quick 5 points from the rookie Keegan Murray, and it's 61-53 in favor of Sacramento.
Murray finished the game with 16 points and 6 rebounds on 7 of 11 shooting from the field. The Kings are back in action Sunday evening against the Portland Trail Blazers. After a dismal loss in Denver last Sunday, the 49ers answered back against the defending Super Bowl champion Rams, defeating LA 24-9 on the back of an amazing defensive performance.
Cooper Kupp right. Stafford going to throw out right. Intercepted and coming back the other way. Talanoa Hufanga. Touchdown! San Francisco! The big bad wolf!
Kyle Shanahan has now won his last 7 regular season matchups against Sean McVay and the Rams. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
Jay, hey, my headset's
Text or call the show at 916-339-1140. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
Keegan Murray inside, high window. There's his first bucket in a Kings uniform in the preseason. Nice soft touch off the dribble that time against Juan Toscano-Anderson. Murray calls for the ball, gets it, launches for 3. He's got the triple. Keegan Murray, absolutely no hesitation, knocking down just the second three-pointer the Kings made. Their first 3 points came from Kevin Huerter. This is their second and only other three-point success in the opening quarter. There's Trey Lyles looking fine at Rashawn Holmes. Top of the foul circle, pivots, hands to Keegan Murray, drives it into the paint, sets up the alley-oop. Rip it home, big fella. Rashawn Holmes, beautifully designed play and perfectly executed on the setup from Keegan Murray for the assist, and Holmes with a right-hand rip. That ties the score. We're even at 51 apiece. Sets up the alley-oop, broken up by Keegan Murray. Saves it from going out of bounds with a quick tip over to Mitchell. Mitchell into the front court. Back to Murray. Stops, fires. He hits the triple. It's 59-53. Sacramento's biggest lead of the ballgame. Keegan Murray now has 12 points. Steal. Murray to run to the rack. He's got a two-hand flush. Quick 5 points from the rookie Keegan Murray. And it's 61-53 in favor of Sacramento.
Mike Brown said something after the game to the effect of, don't mistake his quiet demeanor for a lack of competitiveness. He's intensely competitive. And then when asked what the quiet demeanor can help him with, I thought Mike Brown's answer was very, very telling and good. He said it slows the game down for him. Most rookies who were picked high, again, this is Mike talking, they go out and play hard to prove there's a reason they got picked high. But too many times when rookies play hard, they're also playing too fast and just, all over the place. Whereas Keegan Murray seems to have this veteran presence about him where the game slows down and he just lets it come to him. You saw that on display last night.
And even I like the fact that some of the game and early on when he came in, he was guarding LeBron.
Yeah.
And if he's going to play this 4 or 3, I mean, you're going to see Kawhi, LeBron, KD, Giannis. You got the best guys in the league, some of those guys out there. So that he was so poised, no turnovers. Everything I thought he was in the summer, and it played out in one game last night, but I just thought he would be better around better players, and he is.
We saw every summer league game he played. I actually thought, I don't even need to think that. This is a dumb statement, especially considering the level of competition. By far his best game. But all around, like you said, no turnovers, 2 steals on top of that, shooting just under 70% from the field. He was the best player on the floor last night on either side. In a game that featured Domantas Sabonis, De'Aaron Fox, LeBron James, Russ Westbrook, Anthony Davis, he was the best player on the floor. Now it's preseason, it's game 1. The vets are cruising. Right. They're in cruise control mode. It's totally understandable. This is his first professional game, preseason game. And I also have that voice in my head that says, I'm old enough to remember when the Kings were coming off an undefeated summer league, when the Kings got into preseason and we started to see Davion Mitchell really defend aggressively. And it was like, oh my God, is he an all-star this? I'm exaggerating, but there was I want to be careful with Keegan, but it seems different.
Yeah.
Very different.
Yeah, I'd agree. And I think, last night, if you go to the reason why the Kings won the game, for whatever that's worth, again, preseason, they end up winning by 30. I think what was on display is the Kings' depth, right?
Yes.
The Kings didn't start their starters, didn't play their starters in the second half, at least the guys that started yesterday. So they bring their next 5. The Lakers didn't play their starters. That drop-off was significant. I mean, it felt like the second half, the Kings were playing a summer league game.
Yes.
But Rashawn Holmes is out there, and Keegan Murray is out there, and Davion Mitchell, and NBA regulars. I mean, guys that have played a lot of minutes for in this league. So I think the Kings' depth is going to be good. It's going to serve them well. But then when you have a team like the Lakers, it goes back to health. If they stay healthy and they get a bunch of games with Westbrook, LeBron, and AD, they'll be okay because that's such high-level talent. But, again, one game looked good. I was really watching the defense. I saw moments that it was better.
Yes.
What I liked the most, there was a play that was so bad defensively by Malik Monk, and boy, did Mike Brown get after him.
Good.
And I went, that's what you need to do. I mean, will Malik Monk do that all the time? I hope not.
Right.
But, okay, here's the breakdown. I'm calling timeout, and I'm going to tell you where you screwed up. And I think that accountability is important.
But Russell on the YouTube chat, and we invite you to go check us out at Sactown Sports' YouTube page. You can watch live now and participate in the chat, or, of course, watch them archived. Russell says that the Kings' defense looked improved, but, Lord, they can't shoot. I hear you. 40.8% for the Kings, which was far better than the Lakers' 31.2%. It was a brick fest. There's no doubt about it. But the second half, far better than the first half, I would say, number one. And number two, game one preseason's always. I can't make any decisions on their shooting abilities or inabilities. And I know that's kind of incongruent. We're slurping on Keegan Murray right now, but, staying away from – shooting's always a little bit off early on.
Yeah. Not too worried about that.
I'm with you on Mike Brown. I think Mike's philosophy is going to be, I don't remember the play, Jason, but these plays happen, all the time. And it seems to happen to the Kings, where there was a play last night in the second half, and I don't remember any of the specifics other than the Kings played tremendous defense. They were rotating perfectly, doubling perfectly, switching perfectly. And then whoever it was on the Lakers. Oh, it was I think it was Little Pippen. Made the shot. It was 10-footer from the side and had a hand in his face. And you know what? Good offense is going to beat good defense generally. These guys are paid to score. There's no 15-10 games in the NBA. I don't think Mike Brown's ever going to have an issue with that. These guys are going to score. You're going to get scored on. But as you said with Malik Monk, if it's a play where you just left your man, you got distracted, you lacked effort, whatever, well, it's those margins that he needs to get into as a coach and make sure that doesn't happen or happens as little as possible. It sounds like that's what he was trying to do tonight with all 20 guys that he played.
Yeah, and the fact that all 20 played and the fact that all 20 played – who was the low minutes? 7? Yeah.
Yeah, everyone played at least 6 minutes last night.
Yeah. So, I think one of the difficult things as this goes along is there's 3 players to be cut. So, that has to be decided. We see the games, but that's also the value of practice. Who was the best player at practice today, tomorrow, last week? Who's understanding concepts better on these fringe guys? So decisions need to be made. But as far as the first game, I think when the main – group was out there, I think the one thing that probably jumped out to a lot of people, I personally was surprised that KZ Okpala started.
Yeah.
I could see what he can provide. He's big. He is a good defensive player. And I know Coach Brown had said that, guys are going to have to earn those other 2 spots.
Yeah.
Because he basically said Barnes, Fox, and Sabonis are going to start. Unless Keegan Murray's been terrible in practice, which I doubt has been the case, it sure looks like he's earning it.
Again, if he doesn't start, and who ends the game? Right. When you're a team that has made the playoffs in 16 years, you had a top 5 pick, and he's doing nothing but fill the stat sheet up every time he's on the floor. You can't play the whole you can't play the page on the bench while Corliss Williamson starts for a year game that Adelman did. You can't do that. You throw him in, figure it out, because as he goes, listen, if Keegan Murray, that's how the Kings get in the play-in. is if they get if Fox does his thing, Sabonis, Barnes, if a guy like Keegan Murray comes in and becomes a true blue contributor, that's how you improve on last year.
Yeah, and I know some people have said, well, like Bobby Jackson came off the bench. He did. He was great at it. He was behind Bibby.
Yeah.
Like, if Keegan Murray's behind, no offense to KZ, like, it feels like Keegan Murray should be ahead of him. Just on status, on where he's drafted. And maybe this was just preseason game number 1.
All in all, I think my guess was he's a rook.
Mm-hmm.
It was just one of those veteran coach moves where it's like, listen, dude, we're going to start you that. We're going to let you see the game for a couple of minutes, and then we're going to bring you in off the bench. It's
fine.
I wouldn't be fall down on the floor shocked, but I would be very shocked if he wasn't starting next game. I think this was just kind of his introduction too. As far as the final roster, let me see. I'm going to call my shot right now.
Okay.
Got to cut 3 people, right? I'm going to go Merrill, Dellavedova, and Quinn Cook.
Well, you're cutting both guards, both point guards.
I think in a sense you've got and I mean the thing there because Keanu Ellis is going to be
he'll be a two-way, and so will
Keita. So there's that.
I feel like those guys are safe on the two-way.
Could it be a Monarchy? Could it be
Bazemore?
Did they sign Bazemore? Was Bazemore's contract guaranteed?
That I don't remember.
I want to say it was a 1-year guarantee. I could be wrong. But I think, in this case, there's a couple of guys that can move over. You've got Fox, you've got Mitchell as your guards, Davis or Monk or whoever could move over at times. You could always call Ellis up. It just seems like, and the reason I'm picking on the veterans, those two at least, is they're not going to the G League.
Mm-hmm.
There's no G League option there for them. So it's a good problem to have. Davis last night 1 of 6, by the way. And again, that's just between Davis and Monk combining 4 of 17. That's just not going to happen all year. And Kevin Herter's first shot with the Kings. Good. 3-pointer. Smooth as silk.
Yeah. They need a lot more of that.
They need a lot more of that. A lot of questions to get to. A lot of questions, at least temporarily answered for the Kings last night. It's just good to throttle the Lakers down in Southern California as well. We got a lot more Kings preseason game 1 action to go, conversation to go. We're also going to be giving away tickets to that first preseason home game against Portland. When we get back, though, Anthony Davis games or Laker wins. We're making your very own player prop bet there. Also, what would you do for an Elite Niner quarterback? And it's National Taco Day. It's a fun 3 for Madness. Don't go away. We're back in 1 minute.
When it comes to the Kings,
nobody has you covered like we do.
All right, so we're here with Rashawn Holmes.
Definitely been in the gym like crazy than I ever been in my career. So I'm in the best shape that I've probably ever been in. And I've just been working on the things they need me to work on, stretching the floor, ball handling, decision-making, things of that sort. And I'm really, really confident in the work I put in this summer.
The best Kings talk. The flagship.
Hey, Sacramento, it's Rashawn Holmes, and you listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sactown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Buying or selling your luxury home is a lot like being on the first tee of an unfamiliar golf course. Hi, I'm Frank LaRosa with a word about Nick Sadek, Sotheby's International Realty. In golf, a great caddy will explain the difference between risk and reward and will guide you to a successful finish. Navigating the world of luxury real estate is best left to experienced professionals who recognize that exceeding your expectations is what leads to long-lasting, productive relationships. As a full-service residential and commercial real estate firm, Nick Sadek, Sotheby's International Realty will focus on your needs and ultimately your satisfaction. The team of top-producing listing and selling agents understands the distinct needs of high-wealth clients. When you want help avoiding hazards with your real estate necessities, visit nicksadek.com. They're way over par, and in this case, that's a very good thing. Nick Sadek, Sotheby's International Realty.
California Department of Real Estate License Number 020156663.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. Question 1.
Coming up at 8 o'clock, Sean Salisbury. We're going to talk to him about the big Niners victory yesterday and maybe fit in a couple other questions, but not many. Mostly Niners, Rams from last night. We got more Kings coming at you. And again, speaking of that Niner game, we'll take our first look at it at 7:27 in just 13 minutes. In the meantime, Jay Martian, 3 for Madness. Question 1.
Which number is more, Laker wins or Anthony Davis games played?
That is a good question. That's a great question, Jay.
Thanks, I asked it.
Okay, pulling back the curtain. I popped this question in like yesterday afternoon, and I'm still thinking about it. This is a tough question, dude. I think I'm going to say Anthony Davis games played. I'm just being hopeful. I'm being hopeful because I want to see players play. So I'll say like Anthony Davis plays 56 games and the Lakers win 50.
Wow.
Jason Ross?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to go games played as well. He has been in that, let me look at some of the 60, 70 range for a lot, but he still gets those 56, 62. Yeah. They're not winning that many games. No. But if he starts to miss a bunch of games, also the win total's going down.
Exactly. That's the thing, is they kind of move with each other.
Yeah, so I'm going to go games played.
He's got that shoulder chip, though.
He does.
He does. Real quick, though, how ticked are you if you're Anthony Davis? And you're hearing Charles Barkley call you street clothes. You hate being injured. You're mad at your body. You're constantly rehabbing. You feel your career years are slipping away. The prime of your career is slipping away, and everyone's making fun of you for it. Like, when you really think about it, I don't feel bad for the guy. Obviously, he's rich and blah, blah, blah. But when you really think about the situation, it sucks. I feel bad for the guy. I do feel he's a Laker. Of course, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel none of this is his fault, but he's a joke. Like, people joke about this guy getting injured. When you break it down, it's kind of crappy, but it's also kind of funny. Number 2.
Question 2.
It's just funny how dirtbag we all are.
Yes, we are.
It's kind of dirtbag, dude.
A little bit. But he also plays for the Lakers.
I get it.
He got a dirtbagged his way there, some would say.
And he did dirtbag his way there. So it's like, all right, well, this is the now we're even. Yeah. This is the curse.
There it is.
All right, number 2.
In the fantasy world, if you can put an elite quarterback on the 49ers, but it costs you some of their great defense, would you do it?
The problem with this question is, like,
how much defense?
Please define some.
Yeah.
Like Tualoga, Hafanuga? Yeah, maybe.
I'm going to say you have to,
one guy?
Hafanuga and Jimmy Ward.
By the way,
so someone from the secondary.
Slaughtering his name. Hufanga. Thank you.
Yeah, I was just repeating what you said. And in return, you get.
Wait, did you say it was 2 guys? Oh, and Jimmy Ward, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
In return, you get not a top 5 guy, but Dak Prescott.
Yes. Oh, I do that? Yes. In fact, if you're John Lynch. Hey, they're Jerry Jr.
Sure.
How about I take a problem off your hand? That Dak Prescott's got a huge contract, and we know you like Cooper Rush.
We know you like your Cooper Rush.
Do you think they really like Cooper Rush because he looks like he could be Jason Garrett's kid?
Yes. Yeah. How's a second rounder for Dak Prescott?
But then aren't you the Cowboys?
What you mean? Like, as a team, aren't you the Cowboys?
Yeah. Because we're also, remember this question, you're knocking off some of the greatness of the Niners defense, which right now is the league's best.
Oh, no. In my scenario, I was just offering a second round pick for Dak Prescott.
Oh, well, that's a different scenario.
That's not the scenario, sir.
I know. Yes, I would do that.
Wow. Jason?
Yes. Ward and Hufanga?
Well, that's the specifics. We're just doing like a blanket. The defense, let's say the defense is 10th in the league, 12th in the league, but you've got a top 5 QB. Aren't you those other teams? The Packers have had Aaron Rodgers all these years. They've got 1 Super Bowl.
I mean, right now, the Niners are basically the Chiefs and the Bills of offense, of defense. That makes sense.
Yes.
Like they have that equivalent of defense. Their defense is so runaway good right now. Yeah. And I don't think it's an outlier, Jason. I mean, they have played some teams that kind of suck offensively.
Yeah, but last night was like, okay, finally they're playing a good offense, and they made the Rams look awful.
The 49ers in 4 games have allowed 46 points.
Yeah, giving up 11 points a game, 11.5.
That's 12 points better than next best.
Yeah.
And they're 2-2.
By the way, you want to know what's scary is the Cowboys have given up 62 in 4 games. They're number 3 scoring defense. The Cowboys.
Yeah.
That's what we talked about preseason. If that defense continues to do what they're doing.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I think it's hard to quantify. I probably wouldn't do it because I love their elite defense and they win with this formula. It feels like the quarterback may be keeping them from the whole thing, but we haven't seen this team with the super stud QB and a marginal defense.
No, we have not.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Number 3.
Question 3.
All right, it is National Taco Day. Which place serves your favorite tacos?
And my mom's house doesn't count, right?
No, something that people have heard of.
And why is that so good, by the way?
My mom?
Yeah. I know home cooking's great, but
I like the home cooked ones. We do too.
Here's the thing my mom makes. It makes everyone angry, but I love it so much. And you just have to.
Ready for it.
So it's a flour tortilla that's warm. All right. And so hamburger, but not ground beef, but not taco ground beef, just ground beef, lettuce, cheese, diced tomatoes, onions, and a little strip of ketchup. And then she fries it so that the cheese melts. Please understand, if you're trying to fit that in your brain as a taco, you're going to get mad. Think of it as a cheeseburger with ground beef, and instead of a bun, a tortilla. If you think about it that way, it's okay. I'll bring some in.
Yeah.
So, what place serves your favorite tacos?
Are you guys crunchy or soft?
I'm crunchy, but you have to pick one.
Crunchy.
Yeah. Crunchy.
I would say my favorite local taco, just back to when I was a kid, is Jim Boy's. Okay. And I would say that my favorite clutch taco, the clutchest taco in this city, is Jack in the Box.
Just the city?
In the world. Dude, Jack in the Box, 2 tacos for 9, so whatever. Those are clutch.
So money.
They are.
They're great.
Like, they're not great. They're
cat food, but it's great.
100% cat food with American cheese and a deep fried, horrible.
And some random sauce that kicks in.
And that's the thing. And I always ask for a ton of sauce because I basically take, like, every bite is a half a sauce packet.
Yeah.
But they're at late at night in that $7 munchie
price
box.
Point.
Get in my
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Yours?
This would be a Los Angeles favorite, but Tito's Tacos, just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Always a line. Had it since I was a kid. Fantastic. And it's very basic. Crunchy, fried.
Sure.
The meat's in shredded beef.
Yeah.
Crunchy taco shell, lettuce and cheese.
The
That's
best
it.
othink are simple.
Just simple. There's nothing dressed up.
Jay?
Huh.
Oh. Okay.
Lost Jay.
While we're waiting on Jay, I will say, but I thought
I think a lot of people think Jack in the Box tacos are gross. I just think they're amazing.
I think they're just, again, the price point,
Yeah.
convenience, best tacos. We actually plan trips around this. Pancho's Tacos in Puerto Vallarta is a place. It's a must stop we go to every single year. They have one of those big cones of pork with the pineapple on top, and there's just a dude slicing thin slices of it at the Al Pastor. And it's just served on this tiny little street taco size thing with some habanero salsa or whatever on it. Just forget about it. Do you have a favorite taco?
I like Jim Boy's, obviously, as a local favorite. There's also a spot in Atomas on Northgate I'm a big fan of.
Also,
they're not paying for advertising, so I'm not going to shout them out.
Oh, really? But we just shouted out like 5 places.
Jim Boy's pays for advertising. We literally just had a Jim Boy's promo on the station.
Oh, well, good. Yeah. Okay. Well, see, that means it was legit because I completely forgot about that. Because we gave away Jim Boy's.
Yeah.
And I wanted to keep it for myself.
Yeah, like every day you talk about
But I haven't tried every taco in town.
That's not true.
I'll be fair.
I'm a big fan of tacos, though.
Hard shell.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever met someone who's just like, tacos, ew?
No.
I can't say I have.
I will tell you this. I don't like shredded meat at all.
Really?
Like, I won't. I generally,
I prefer the shredded beef.
I feel like it just ends up being
I prefer ground.
It's like yeah.
You do?
Yeah. It just ends up being like a ball of meat in your mouth. Like, it's just
kind of the point.
Kind of gums up. And
I mean, I like shredded meat too. I just prefer ground.
I don't really. No, ground.
Right? Yeah, ground is preferred, but again, I have no problem eating shredded
the
meat.
Jim Boys, I can get
chicken tacos.
Ground chicken.
I don't prefer.
Or you know what? I'm sorry. The preference is like the little like chunks of chicken thigh or breast.
Or shredded chicken, yeah.
I think honest. I will say this, and this is just my
Jason,
opinion.
you sound like a disappointed dad right now.
I'm not saying this to be a shock jock, and I'm not saying this to upset you. This
Here
is just
comes a shock jock.
It's just how I feel. Shredded chicken is butt. It's butt. I can't. It's butt.
Really?
It is cheeks. Shredded chicken is it actually is making me
not shredded beef, though.
My mouth is shredded beef. Jason, is like butt junior.
I think.
Yeah. Oh my God! He threw a show. What am I, George Bush? What are you doing? We'll take a break. Just saying. The Niners defense shone. They were great last night.
They shredded the Rams.
Hey, yo.
It's a big NFC
shredded ram meat.
West win.
Lamb meat.
Do it next. Shut up.
The place to tell you if the 49ers are contenders
or pretenders.
It's a pretty big deal. I've been a fan of the 49ers since, 84.
Your home for 49ers news and talk. Sactown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Folks, there's been some fumbles on the way to the big game, but he's been getting some help to get it done tonight. Here's the throw. And he's off to the races. He might go all the way. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10, touchdown. He did it, folks. He did it.
Regain and optimize your sexual performance, drug-free and surgery-free. The Gainswave treatment will help you get that bedroom touchdown. See what Dr. Dan Botha and his team at Gainswave can do for you. Visit gainswavecalgary.ca.
Hey, it's Carmichael, Dave, and listen, even though it may not feel like it sometimes, fall is officially here. The weather may be a little bit uncomfortable, too warm for me. 1 minute it's cool and raining. I love that. But the next day it's hot and sunny. What can make you comfortable inside, though, is knowing your AC and furnace will be working properly and efficiently for whatever temperature it is outside. Take advantage of American Energy's $49 AC or furnace 30-point tune-up today. Make sure you and your family are ready for the changing weather. 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
This view was worth a hike.
Right? And it's a good way to stay on top of my health.
Yes, I'm Cologuard, a prescription colon cancer screening option for people 45 plus at average risk. Have you screened for colon cancer?
Not yet.
Don't wait. It's more treatable when caught in early stages.
Tell me more.
Cologuard is non-invasive and it's used at home. It detects altered DNA in your stool to find 92% of colon cancers.
92%?
Yep, even those in early stages.
This was seen in a clinical study with patients 50 and older. Any positive result should be followed by a diagnostic colonoscopy. False positive and negative results may occur. Cologuard is not a replacement for colonoscopy in high-risk patients. Do not use if you have had adenomas, have inflammatory bowel disease and certain hereditary syndromes, or a personal or family history of colon cancer.
Most insured patients pay $0. Ask your provider or an online prescriber if Cologuard is right for you, or visit Cologuard.com.
I'm in.
Time to check out Coastside Medical Clinic, who's dedicated to providing breakthrough remedies for men.
Sactown Sports
Headlines. With your Sactown Sports headlines, I'm Jay Mars. The Sacramento Kings opened up the preseason last night in LA, blowing out the Lakers 105-75. It was a big debut for rookie Keegan Murray.
Back to Murray, stops, fires, he hits the triple. It's 59-53, Sacramento's biggest lead of the ballgame. Keegan Murray now has 12 points. Steal, Murray to run to the rack. He's got a two-hand flush. Quick 5 points from the rookie Keegan Murray, and it's 61-53 in favor of Sacramento.
Murray finished the game with 16 points and 6 rebounds on 7 of 11 shooting from the field. The Kings are back in action Sunday evening against the Portland Trail Blazers. After a dismal loss in Denver last Sunday, the 49ers answered back against the defending Super Bowl champion Rams, defeating LA 24-9 on the back of an amazing defensive performance.
Cooper Cup right. Stafford going to throw out right. Intercepted and coming back the other way. Talanoa Hufanga. Touchdown! San Francisco!
The big bad wolf!
Kyle Shanahan has now won his last 7 regular season matchups against Sean McVay and the Rams. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Stimulating conversation about kitchen gadgets and baseball cards.
I think that's really crazy interesting.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
Kittle comes forward, saw sweep to Wilson. Cut back run. 20, 10, 5, touchdown! San Francisco! Aaron Donald lining up in free technique. Actually, outside shoulder of Aaron Banks. The Kibitz this side. Jimmy throws. It is caught by Debo Samuel. Breaks a tackle 40. Debo 35-30, 25-20. Breaks another tackle 15-10. 5. Touchdown! San Francisco!
Now that feels great, baby.
That may be his best play in the NFL. And he's had so many.
I just want to let that mellow for a second, like a sip of fine scotch or root beer.
Yes.
Okay.
The finest of root beers.
Sunk in. Greg Boffa, please continue.
Stafford going to throw out right. Intercepted and coming back the other way. Talanoa Hufanga. Touchdown!
What?
Who?
No. What?
Who scored?
What? Long one.
Cooper Cup right. Stafford going to throw out right. Intercepted and coming back the other way. Talanoa Hufanga. Touchdown! San Francisco!
The big bad wolf.
Will blow your house down.
I mean, honestly, I apologize in advance if that's his nickname or something. We just don't know. I'm not up to date on Talanoa Hufanga's nicknames, but what if it's just like randomly like deck of cards? What? Kyle Shanahan
tastes like chicken.
Right, like just throw it. He's just looks like he found the keys, and he's opening the door. Okay, Kyle Shanahan.
What's for dinner?
Kyle Shanahan.
Clean your room.
Says we're at our best when we run the ball. Hit it, David.
Yeah, I think when you look at our team, when we've won the most and won the most consistently is when we've ran the ball the best. Haven't turned it over.
Okay.
Okay. He also hopes the chain is gone.
I was not a big fan of the chain. I mean, I didn't think anything gimmicky and college-like is kind of lame to me, but Jason Verrett got it for us, and he's like as cool of the guys I know. So,
wow, Kyle Shanahan shouted his own playbook. It's anyways. Wow, talk about no fun police.
Yeah, come on, Kyle.
Come on, Kyle. Why would you hate the chain? I mean, if it's what they want to do,
let them have their fun.
Let them have their fun, Kyle. What did I tell you, Kyle? Let them have their fun. Jimmy Garoppolo isn't all like the rest of us of Debo Samuel.
You almost know Debo's going to have one or two of those in the game. You know, you don't want to bank on it, but you almost can.
And about himself, how he's feeling week to week.
Yeah, I think every week I'll just keep feeling better and better. You know, the shoulder's just it's tough during the season to get it right, but it's we got a long season ahead of us. So hopefully every week it'll get better and better.
And it's a familiar spot for him.
We've been in this situation before, just it's a roller coaster this season. And you just got to ride the highs and lows and kind of stay right in the middle as much as you can. And that's how you get success in the end.
One more real quick. Let's go to Sean McVay. A lot of relationships in this one. Levi Stadium, Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, obviously John McVay, a huge part of the 49ers, Sean's dad. He thought they hurt themselves quite a bit.
Self-inflicted wounds, just above the neck errors where we're not doing the things that we're capable of, and I expect us to be better than that.
All right, so let's lead off here, Jason. Yeah. Did the Niners, which was more? And I am going to make a binary for you. I want you to choose one or the other. The Niners win this game. The Rams lose this game.
Oh, Niners won the game. That's the way I felt. I mean, even the way the game started looked like the Rams had a game plan. Okay, look, bang, we're going to surprise you with a little hurry up, no huddle. Okay, I'm sure that wasn't part of what the Niners prepared for. So the Rams were trying something different. They hurried things up. But again, they were dinking, dunking. For the Rams to not have a play, the Rams, it's been an explosive team of 20 yards or more.
Yeah.
That just tells you how effective the Niners defense was. So the Niners defense was tremendous. And then the offense, to what Kyle's point was, I actually thought they could have run it even a little bit more, but they were effective enough. Wilson had the big touchdown run. Just all the elements. I thought the Niners were good. created turnovers. I felt they could have had 2 or 3 more picks.
Oh,
too.
they could have, especially on that. They could have had that last drive. It was just drop
3 drops.
Absolutely.
So the pressures, the hurries. We went back earlier. Like, who would you rather have Stafford or Garoppolo? Everybody would take Stafford.
Sure.
How did Stafford look yesterday? I mean, just the amount of when you don't have time, you're not the same quarterback. So I'm putting this one way more in the Niners column.
Jimmy Garoppolo, 16 to 27, 239, a touchdown, 0 interceptions.
Yeah.
Jeff Wilson Jr. It's a little bit of a mislead. The Niners, we said yesterday, if the Niners had 100 yards rushing, they'd win this ball game. They had 88. 32 of that came on one run from Jeff Wilson.
Right.
But I think that one run really started to soften up that Rams front line just enough. You saw George Kittle, much like we talked about. George Kittle was more of an offensive lineman than anything else. I don't want to call him a decoy, but there was a little bit of that. He had that one catch in the back of the end zone. He almost had a touchdown catch in that play. It was right there, just a toenail out of bounds. And then the playmakers made plays. While Brandon Ayuk and Jalen Ramsey were going at it. And by the way, a little surprised, and maybe it's just that he's too big for him. I did think maybe they'd match up Ramsey with Deebo Samuel. And I know there were a couple of looks there, but it looked like Ayuk was the big matchup there, which left Samuel to roam the field, 6 catches, $115. He had that 57-yard scamper. But even there, you take that away, he's still averaging 10, 12 yards per catch. And the thing is with Deebo, that's why it was so, obviously it was great they re-signed him.
Yeah.
But Jimmy Garoppolo has to have Deebo Samuel. And I don't know if you heard Aikman yesterday, but he said Deebo Samuel's my favorite player in the league.
I did
right
hear
now.
that.
I thought that was
favorite player in the league right now. Just all the things he can do, where he lines up, and they had the graphic of where he lines up, how he has to know the entirety of the offense, where all those guys go. He's so valuable. I mean, it's obvious, but you watch him, and I know Garoppolo threw that one high based on where the defense was, I believe, but still, that's a 8-yard play, 10-yard play that Deebo turns into a house call, 56-yard. It just, that's individual talent, and the Niners are lucky to have him. He's great. He's a great player.
Yeah, the Hufanga pick.
Mm-hmm.
He was mostly a special teams guy last year, but did show up at the end of the year with a couple of key plays. Now we're seeing him become, I don't want to say elite or a star yet, but you can smell it on him a little bit. Like, this is a guy that's risen up quite a bit and is just a fantastic defensive player now, not just because of the pick. And then Dre Greenlaw with 15 tackles, excuse me. You had sack after sack after sack. Ebicom with 2.
Yeah.
Bosa with 2. 7 total. He was never, Matt Stafford was never able to get comfortable. And I don't know what it is about the Niners and the Rams.
Yeah. Well, it goes back to matchups, right? For whatever reason, I mean, to have 7 straight regular season wins. We know the Niners were ahead in the fourth quarter of the postseason game last year. Now the Rams got the last laugh, but they match up well. I mean, if you think about, if you would have said before the game, what was Cooper Kupp's final numbers? I know we had over 14 or 10 catches. Crazy.
I want to say it was 14 catches, $122.
But no touchdowns. What was the stat? First time the Rams haven't had a touchdown since week 16 of 2020.
Yeah.
So, that's where you get back to, like, on paper, I go, the Rams are better than the Niners. But there's so much intel the Niners have of this, and vice versa. You play them twice a year. I'm sure a lot of the offseason was about preparing for the team that won the Super Bowl in the NFC, and we're going to see twice. They're going to play them twice this month.
Yeah.
And it's such a redirect of the season, though. I mean, you're 1-2. You're not happy with the 1-2. You gave away a game to the Broncos. You gave away a game to the Bears. But now you feel so much better about yourself. You have 2 wins in division. The whole division's 2-2.
Yeah.
You beat the favorite, let's say, and the Super Bowl champs, and you play them again this month. Like, if the Niners could just beat them twice, they're going to be in great shape. And that was a Niner win, like a blueprint Niner win. Great defense. Special teams was good enough. They missed a field goal, but good enough. And then Jimmy G and the offense limit mistakes. They can win a lot of games.
They've gone loss, win.
Yeah.
And they get Baker Mayfield to Carolina next week.
Yeah, they have 2 favorable games in a row
Marcus
before
Mariota
some
in Atlanta.
tough matchups.
And I have a feeling, I believe this is where they go to Ohio. this is that stretch.
Oh, maybe they will, yeah.
I think they might too as well. Wonderful win for the Niners. We're going to talk about that with Sean Salisbury at the top of the hour. When we come back, though, let's bounce back and forth. Let's look at the new Kings, and we're going to start with Mike Brown as we evaluate last night. We'll get there next.
Check out the Golf to Go Hour with Frank LaRosa every week on Sactown Sports 1140. Get the latest on equipment, area courses, people that play the great game, and plenty of good conversations about golf. It's the Golf to Go Hour with Frank LaRosa every week on Sactown Sports 1140. Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, America's most awarded golf facility, and Naturewood Home Furnishings, where it's all about choices and always about quality, and Safe Credit Union. Let us put you first.
Hey, it's Carmichael, Dave. And it's amazing how the housing market has shifted so quickly over the last few months, and having the right mortgage company on your side is crucial in this ever-changing market. We've got just that lender. Of course, it's my guy Shelby at United Wholesale Lending. You can check him out at refinancewithshelby.com. Shelby's team, well known in the real estate market, from real estate agents, title companies, appraisal companies. That makes all the difference. United Wholesale Lending will even get your offer fully underwritten and approved up front so you can compete with the cash offers. They're local, fast, and competitive. Even with rates rising slightly from their record lows, there's been an increase in inventory. The market is shifting from a seller's market to a buyer's market. Buyers now have the opportunity to shop for the home that's right for them instead of settling for what was available. The team at United Wholesale Lending can pre-approve you over the phone in under 15 minutes without even running your credit. RefinanceWithShelby.com. That's RefinanceWithShelby.com. NLS number 279051, BRE number 0186434.
Our friends at Straight Line Roofing are doing it again. They just won't stop giving away free roofs. Crazy, but yes, free roofs to our everyday heroes. The first has been won, and you only have 8 more days to enter and win the second free roof, valued up to $25,000. An everyday hero can be your mom, dad, grandparent, or that friendly neighbor who's always willing to lend a hand. Nominate your everyday hero today. Visit straightlineroofing.com to register to win a free roof for your everyday hero. That's straightlineroofing.com.
Hello, Doug Christie here for the Good Feet store with a question for you. How do you like your job? Let me rephrase that. Are you glad you have a job and want to do your best at it? Well, I've got a terrific job, the best, but I know it could all be gone tomorrow. I've got to be at my very best so I can do my best every day. And I can't afford to let anything take me off my game. That includes sore feet or an aching back, even plantar fasciitis. The worst. If you lead an active lifestyle, play or work on your feet, come to the Good Feet store now for a free personalized arch support fitting and test walk. Don't settle for solutions that don't solve anything. Your Good Feet arch support specialist will personally fit you with that one pair just right for you, free. Then you can take them for a walk around the store or around the center to experience for yourself the comfort, balance, and support that is Good Feet. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, and Modesto, online at goodfeet.com.
For 74 years, the Keys family from Naturewood Home Furnishings has been serving families just like yours and mine. Hi, I'm Frank LaRosa with Golf to Go. The Naturewood team takes great pride and significant effort to offer Northern California families a vast selection of home furnishings, most of which are made right here in this country. The kitchen table, which we purchased so many years ago, speaks to the enduring quality of the Naturewood product lines. We treasure memories made seated around that table with family and friends for birthday celebrations, school projects, and, well, many late-night meals when the day just got away from us. Naturewood has provided thousands with home furnishings that not only last for generations, but also lead to everlasting memories of cherished times. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings now during their 74th anniversary sale and get started making your own brand of memories. Meet the Keys family at Naturewood Home Furnishings, off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. Text or call the show at 916-339-1140 on Sactown Sports 1140.
At a terrific summer league, of course, as the most valuable player in the summer league, and now with a headset on. And Keegan, it's Gary Gerald G, man. Do you hear me okay? Everything all good?
Yeah, I got you.
I appreciate a few moments of your time here. So tell me, obviously you want a Kings win. In preseason, you never know what you're going to get night to night. Everybody got a chance to play. How good did it feel to put on a Kings uniform for real for the first time and walk away with 16 points and 6 rebounds and a win, more importantly?
Yeah, I think it was good for all of us. Personally, putting on a Kings uniform for the first time in live action. It was good to go against someone else instead of in practice. So I feel like it was a good team win all around for us.
What was the difference in your mind? I know the starting fives for both teams did not start the second half, but man, that third quarter was just electric for you guys.
Yeah, we really wanted to key in on defense and get easy buckets on the offensive end. Just hit singles, get easy open shots, and pick out threes, and that's what we got.
Tell me what this first week of training camp life has been like for you in making the transition.
It's really been a learning experience for me. Just learning from the older guys, learning from Coach Brown, and just trying to learn as much as I can from them and try to implement on the floor. And that's what I'm trying to do right now.
And I know it's a lot on anybody's plate, but the question is, are you having fun?
I am having fun. Whenever I'm between those lines on basketball, it's always a great time.
And would your twin brother approve?
I think so. Hopefully he watch the game. He might be sleeping in Iowa now, but it's all good.
Thank you so much for an opportunity, and we look forward to many conversations and many successes in the future.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
No chance his brother's sleeping. No chance. Are you kidding me? Everybody was up.
Just even his answers are like, are you really like just starting this thing?
Yeah. He's not. We talked about this at the very top of the show. It's like you went on that first date.
Yeah.
And everything's perfect. And you're dreaming about what your kids are going to look like and what your marriage vows are going to be. And it's one date. It's one date. And and by the way, every relationship you've ever had, you've gotten dumped or they've cheated on you or they ended up being a serial killer. Like,
I think with the Kings, we're definitely leaning serial killer.
And then you run into Keegan Murray,
the
Keegan Murray of dating, and you're just like, oh, what's wrong with? Oh, does he have a skin lampshade at home or something? Like, what's wrong with him?
He's too good to be true.
Hey, for real, try to do this. Okay, for real. Here's a question: biggest criticism of Keegan Murray so far?
So far,
yeah. So, counting Summer League and last night, biggest criticism.
Okay, again, feels like a total nitpick, but that's what you're asking for.
Yeah.
I wonder about his foot speed defensively.
Wow. He's a rookie, Jason. You're talking as far as like filling lanes, cutting people off, positioning. No, I know.
I'm not doubting it. I'm just wondering. That's it. And I feel like I'm totally.
It's better than I could do. Yeah.
Well, okay, but
he's not assertive enough. He's not vocal enough.
He's fine.
Is that a criticism?
There you go.
Nobody criticized.
We found it.
Yeah. He's just it's one preseason game. Clamp down LeBron.
Well, but even that, I think your point that you've said about like Monty having a type, we said this really for a couple of years now. Like, what did Tyrese Halliburton like? Is this guy a rookie?
Yeah.
Davion Mitchell, boy, he looks NBA ready. Keegan's ready, and so hopefully the Kings aren't picking in the lottery again. But we should probably look at that when we were looking at the draft next year, like candidates. Like, who's the guy that just is NBA ready, mature? That's kind of who the Kings look for. And so far, Tyrese Halliburton's was a terrific player here, and I think he'll be a great pro. Davion looks good. Keegan, so far, so good.
I want to be careful here. Monty McNair, one thing to remember about Monty McNair above all is he's a nerd. And I use nerd as a compliment. Like Monty
you think he accepts it as a compliment?
I would hope so. And it was funny.
There's levels of nerd.
Listen, there's nerd like Revenge of the Nerds, like, right? And then there's nerd like you're incredibly brilliant.
Okay.
And it was funny talking at
why not go brilliant?
At media. Well, because I think nerd's more fun because Monty's the type of dude I think that would like.
There's nerd that can't get a date, and then there's nerd that can get a date. Monty's in the nerd that can get a date category. He's married with kids.
All right. I think Monty's a guy that like enjoys going over like spreadsheets of how many miles per game NBA players run on the East Coast, and what their splits are, and has this all committed. I mean, he literally wrote a program for his friend's fantasy football league when he was in his 20s. This is a Princeton guy, but he also was wide receiver for their team.
Yeah.
And Pete D'Alessandro was a nerd. And I'm sorry to swear.
He get a date?
I mean,
Pete got some dates.
Here's the thing. He was a nerd, but he couldn't speak jock. Monty McNair's a nerd that speaks jock.
Okay. He's a chameleon.
He's a chameleon. He's the C-3PO a type of GM. He speaks languages.
Yeah.
And I think to your point, Tyrese Halliburton, Davion Mitchell, Keegan Murray so far, these are high IQ players. And where I said I wanted to be careful is there's a common thread, and it's not absolute. And there's a difference between book smart and world smart. There's all kinds of smart and wisdom and this and that. But go through the league when you're talking to guys, whether it's, even though he's quiet, Kawhi Leonard, whether it's a LeBron James, whether it's a Chris Paul, a Kyrie Irving, a Kevin Durant. These guys are all incredibly, I'm not talking about their beliefs or, because I can already hear people say, Kyrie Irving's intelligent. Kyrie Irving is very intelligent. You say what you want. I disagree with a ton of what he's incredibly intelligent. Most of these guys are, and you can see Monty. Like, you got to put the ball in the hoop. Nobody. You're not doing a book report out there.
Right.
But Monty has a type, and Keegan Murray seems to really, really fit in. He and Davion Mitchell, incredible work ethics, wise beyond their years, rookies that play like veterans. Keegan Murray's going to have his bumps. He's going to have bad nights.
Everybody does,
He's going to get embarrassed. He's going to go 1-9, you'd think, at some point. I just don't think he could have had a better debut last night. I mean, unless he was 8 of 11. I mean, there's no nitpicking at him.
Right. No, last night, just terrific. Both ends of the floor. It's the poise. Takes the right shots. Didn't force things last night. I mean, I think the team missed shots early. Didn't really force a lot of shots. He fits. He gets it. He's going to be great with like high IQ players too, like him, like Sabonis, and I assume he's going to be a starter. I want to see him in that starting group, and I know he's going to play a ton of minutes if for whatever reason he didn't start.
Right.
I will say this: the starting lineup they did surprise me yesterday, but the second group when they came in, and especially when they started the second half, you actually can see him as a really foundation piece of that group. But I still want to see him in the starters.
Keegan Murray is going to excel.
Yeah.
Wherever. And if they were to bring, I will tell you right now, I mean, I'm not going to say this after one preseason game for a rookie. My guess is if they brought him off the bench, he'd probably be a 6th man of the year candidate because of who he's playing against.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that's crazy for a rookie, but I'm saying, remember, when you're coming off the bench, you're also generally playing against another team's second unit, which isn't going to be as good as their first unit. Jason, 64 to 29 in the second half.
Yeah.
And I'm more impressed with the 29.
Yeah.
64 is great.
Right.
But 20-7 turnovers.
Yeah, Lakers.
That's crazy.
Started to look more like a preseason game as the game went along. They only scored 75 points, and I know the common thought is, and it's very true to point this out, that LeBron and AD and Westbrook and so on didn't play in the second half.
Right.
But they also had what at the first half? 46. I mean, that's not tracking like another 120 like the Kings give up every night.
Sure.
I thought there were improvements defensively. Still have way more to go. But it's building habits. Like I think the Kings could put together a good defensive game once every 10 last year.
Yes.
Okay, that didn't last. Like if you keep putting together good quarters, good sets, good halves, good games, then it turns into who you are, and the Kings have not been that team.
Well, so much of learning and developing habits is confidence. Mm-hmm. If you're a teacher and you're teaching a kid a new way to do math, and then his first test he gets a D, that's nowhere near as motivating as if he gets a B or an A. Mm-hmm. And what happened last night was perfect for Mike Brown, because the assumption here is that he has been teaching more defensive principles and attitude in training camp. And then you go out, and it doesn't matter if it's LeBron James or Scottie Pippen Jr. You go out and you cause 20 turnovers. You go out and you force 20 turnovers. You go out and in your first game on the road, you beat the other team by 30. All that's going to do is reinforce what he's been teaching.
Right.
And now when they're back in their next practice, probably tomorrow, they're back in the gym, he's going to say, guys, it's not going to work that way every night, but see this. And I hope they have a nice film session where he can point out, like you said earlier, Malik Monk, don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, look at Keegan. Look at Keegan in the lane. Look at Keegan staying active. I remember, and I know you do too, when Tyrese Halliburton came into the league, one thing you and I couldn't stop talking about was his hand activity in the passing lanes on defense. And you get a little bit of that out of Keegan, just that overall high IQ ball awareness.
Sets up the alley-oop, broken up by Keegan Murray. Saves it from going out of bounds with a quick tip over to Mitchell. Mitchell into the front court. Back to Murray. Stops, fires. He hits the triple. It's 59-53. Sacramento's biggest lead of the ball game. Keegan Murray now has 12 points. Steal. Murray to run to the rack. He's got a two-hand flush. Quick 5 points from the rookie Keegan Murray, and it's 61-53 in favor of Sacramento.
Wonderful sequence.
Yep.
And in both cases, Jason, the result of him being aware and active with his hands, both breaking the lob up, defensive play, saving the ball from going out of bounds. And then you saw this closing speed as he found his spot. And when he took that three, his momentum, I know we're mere mortals, and I know we can't begin to identify with what an NBA player does. But when you jump to take a three, or any jumper, and your momentum is moving you left while you're in the air, and you're still able to time that and hit that shot, it's almost miraculous to see somebody be able to do that hand-eye wise. And then his awareness, getting back down the floor and getting in the passing lane, stealing the ball and flushing it down, that's just generally stuff you're not seeing too often from rookies preseason or now.
Yeah. I was just so impressed with him, really the team defensively in the second half. And, one game, but so far so good.
Well, you can see him in person this Sunday against Portland. We've got Kings trivia coming up at 8:27. That's in just over a half an hour. Your chance to go see the Kings take on the Trailblazers this Sunday. And later on, not today, but later on this week or next, we're going to have, just so you know, home opener tickets for you for free. Sean Salisbury, he will join us next. We're going to talk Niners, Jimmy G, and more. Don't go away. We're right back.
Breaking news, the latest happenings with your favorite teams.
You ever wonder about what the heck all these kids are doing on computers all the time?
Stay up to date with all of it by following us on Instagram and Twitter.
Excuse me, gentlemen, a little update for you.
At Sactown 1140.
Divorce becomes a reality, you need a partner that you can count on. If you're a man in this situation, consider contacting Cordell & Cordell. We've helped men navigate complex legal matters for 30 years.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Sacramento area attorneys, a partner men can count on. 500 Capitol Mall, Suite 2060, Sacramento, California, 95814. Online at CordellCordell.com.
Your back-to-back Big Sky champion Sacramento State Hornets return home this Saturday, October 8th against Northern Colorado. Head out to Hornet Field to witness Sacramento's hottest team and cheer the Hornets on to another Big Sky championship. Saturday is Breast Cancer Awareness Night, and fans are encouraged to wear pink. So don't miss out on the excitement of Sacramento State football this season. Kickoff Saturday at 6. Get your tickets now at hornetsports.com. Stingers up.
At Lowe's, every pro is an MVP to us. That's why MVP's rewards members can earn bonus points on select products from brands like DeWalt, Purdy paint applicators, and GRK screws. Then redeem your bonus points for exciting rewards like tools, grills, Lowe's gift cards, and more. Join Lowe's MVP's Pro Rewards today to start earning. Bonus points calculated before taxes and fees after applicable discounts, if any. Subject to program terms. While supplies last. Visit Lowe's.com/MVP's bonus points for details. Now through 10/28.
Life is full of choices. When buying a car, there's only one choice. Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda. Choose from our great selection and get top dollar for your trade. Pre-order today in person, online, over the phone, with no contract and no deposit necessary. Then simply pick it up when it arrives.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Time to check out Coastside Medical Clinic, who's dedicated to providing breakthrough remedies for men.
KHTK AM and HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento, the flagship station of your Sacramento Kings. Sactown Sports 1140. Sactown Sports headlines.
With your Sactown Sports headlines, I'm Jay Mars. The Sacramento Kings opened up the preseason last night in LA, blowing out the Lakers 105-75. It was a big debut for rookie Keegan Murray.
Back to Murray, stops, fires, he hits the triple. It's 59-53, Sacramento's biggest lead of the ballgame. Keegan Murray now has 12 points. Steal, Murray to run to the rack. He's got a two-hand flush. Quick 5 points from the rookie Keegan Murray, and it's 61-53 in favor of Sacramento.
Murray finished the game with 16 points and 6 rebounds on 7 of 11 shooting from the field. The Kings are back in action Sunday evening against the Portland Trail Blazers. After a dismal loss in Denver last Sunday, the 49ers answered back against the defending Super Bowl champion Rams, defeating LA 24-9 on the back of an amazing defensive performance.
Cooper Cup right. Stafford going to throw out right. Intercepted and coming back the other way. Talanoa Hufanga. Touchdown! San Francisco!
The big bad wolf!
Kyle Shanahan has now won his last 7 regular season matchups against Sean McVay and the Rams. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone. When he's not on the microphone, he's playing a song. And when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then boom.
With Jason Ross.
Jay, hey, my headset's
Text or call the show at 916-339-1140. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
I could hear that time and time and time again.
Cooper Cup right. Stafford going to throw out right. Intercepted and coming back the other way. Talanoa Hufanga. Touchdown! San Francisco!
The big bad wolf!
Woo!
Is that going to be his, again, I got to find out. Is that just him being random or is that his nickname?
I kind of like the randomness of it.
America Online! What? Greg Papa will join us.
Pay your bills!
At 8 o'clock on Friday. And we're going to talk about that. That I think easily was the most fun he's had all year. The most fun we've all had all year.
Ownage. They have ownage on that team.
Yeah, it continues. And Sean McVay went home and probably got in a standing bed and cried. You know, just sad.
I think the Niners should get all the Rams commercials taken from them. So Shanahan can do all the chunky soup.
Yeah, I agree.
Who else? Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald's got a few. I think Aaron Donald. Honestly,
Stafford has those AT&T. So
Jimmy Garoppolo should 100% get those. Doesn't Jimmy already have a Subway?
He does. He's so handsome.
He is.
Yeah.
He should 100% get those AT&T commercials.
They own them.
He could go in there and just, Stafford's whole thing was like he left Detroit. And, Jimmy could be like, yeah, no, I know what it feels like when you're not wanted.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Oh, and Stafford does a pizza one.
Yeah.
Little Caesars.
Be Jimmy's. Yes. Aaron Donald also should have to apologize for ever disrespecting the Niners.
Yes. Does he know who Debo is now?
Yeah. Do you know who he is now? He's the guy that scored one more touchdown than your whole team, Aaron Donald.
Yes. Facts.
Aaron Donald's not even that. Let's be honest. Aaron Donald's not even that good. Sorry, I couldn't.
You'd take him on the Niners any day.
Any day and twice and 3 times on Sunday. Aaron Donald. And what I love about these games, too, other than the fact that my favorite team dominates them generally, although, hey, I'm sure they trade this game and a couple last year for that NFC championship, let's be honest. And the Rams, all credit to them. They're the ones wearing the ring from last year. So, I don't want to all of us start taking showers together already, but I will say, I don't know. They really, truly don't like each other. The Rams,
I like that. I like that in sports.
I do too. I like it when teams legit are like, I respect them.
Yeah.
They're a good team, but I can't stand them. We don't have enough of that anymore.
This is bad. You and Jay are both, I like the Niners, but you guys are fans of the team.
We are.
Is this now, this is ahead of Seattle, right? Like Seattle, there was that stretch with Harbaugh and Carroll, and they were playing great games every year.
Yeah.
This is back. And the Rams years ago were kind of the bigger rival, but this is the rivalry now, right?
Yeah. The thing is, too, for Niner fans, older Niner, this was always the rivalry.
Oh, it was big. And I felt like the Cowboys then replaced it for a little bit.
Yes, they did.
But then it's back to the Rams and then Seahawks, but now it's Rams again.
Niners, Rams, Niners, Cowboys, Niners, Seahawks, Niners, Rams. And I got to be honest with you. The intensity of hatred I felt towards the Cowboys and then the Seahawks has always been more intense than my hatred of the Rams, who I hate because they're LA.
Yeah.
I naturally hate them because they're LA, but I don't think I ever felt, and I'd be curious to hear from other Niner fans. I don't think and maybe it's a generational thing too.
Yeah.
Maybe people older than me, and maybe, but I just remember those Cowboy teams that we played against. Michael Irvin, Troy Aikman, and Emmitt Smith.
But I think at that time, it felt like you knew those were the two best teams. Like, I think we knew the Rams were capable of winning the Super Bowl. They kept adding players last year, but at the end, it was like, well, the Niners beat them twice. They might beat them a third time, and they almost did.
They almost did.
I feel like there's something there a little bit with the Packers, too.
You know what? You know what's funny? And Sean's going to join us at 8:13. By the way, we'll talk to him.
Okay.
He's got some radio stuff going on. I did never hate the Packers. They annoyed me. I wouldn't put. And I think part of that is it's like Green Bay. Oh, Green Bay, like they're cute. And then secondly, like we generally have done very well against Green Bay in the playoffs. I really have to kind of explore that. Hey, Jay, Jay was on the phone. Do you share the same sentiment? Kind of exploring this out loud now. Jason was talking about the Rams and how they've now resurpassed Seattle as the most hated.
The primary rival, yeah.
And that's always the Rams are historically the Niners' biggest rival.
Yes.
And we talked about how it went Rams, Cowboys, Seattle, Rams, if we were doing our rankings.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you're a tiny bit younger than me, but I was telling him I don't think I felt the same passionate hatred for the Rams. I have hatred for the Rams, but not as passionate as I did with the Cowboys or the Seahawks.
Yeah, and I think the reason why was because the Seahawks, I mean, granted, the Rams beat the Niners in the NFC title game last year, but it just seemed like the Seahawks would rip the hearts out of you, where like the Niners consistently beat the Rams.
Yeah.
And then the same thing with the Cowboys. The Cowboys would consistently rip your hearts out.
It's also, let's not forget with the Cowboys, it wasn't just that team. It's the fans.
Oh, God, yeah.
Their fans are terrible.
And Seattle fans, while they're great for what they are, they're very annoying if you're a Niners fan.
Yeah, but Seahawks fans are different kind of annoying.
Right, and then you're like, what's a Rams fan?
Right, I don't think the Rams don't have any fans.
Right, the Niners invade their stadium.
Exactly, they take over that stadium. Like, Ram fan doesn't exist. It's just they're from Seattle. They're from LA, and it's stupid.
It's just like, oh, there's a football game going on. Let's go.
Seattle fans, like in their
12th man.
No, the
Richard Sherman jersey.
What's it called? Oh, they're in their flannels and scarves, and they're annoying and obnoxious. But then they'll give you like some smoked salmon and a pound of coffee. You're like, okay, that's like Tom Bailey's a Seattle fan. You're just like,
that's the problem there.
Just kind of pat him on the head. No, that's cute.
Good job, good effort.
Good job, good effort. Get at it. Go draw a picture of your Super Bowl title again, year one, and move on. It would be another 30 years. And then Dallas fan, again, schmedium, half shirt, flipping the bird and holding beers down 42. Dallas fan is the human equivalent of the guy that celebrates the sack down 35-3. That's kind of how they are. Where they're not really football fans so much as I have a place to go be loud and drink and be loud.
And yay,
fans.
Seattle.
Huh?
And yay, Seattle.
Yeah, exactly. Now, last night, I mean, you got to ask now. Every team in the NFC West is 2-2.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. They're all 2-2. Point differential. All right, you got Seattle, Arizona, and the Rams all negative, where the 49ers are plus 25.
Which is crazy given the 49ers struggles on offense.
It is, and I mean, look, everybody could probably say they did this, could have done this differently. I mean, the Niners, I think almost everybody would agree, gave away 2 football games.
Yes. They
gave away 2 football games.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda, but they should be 4-0.
Yeah.
They should be 4-0.
But beating the Rams is important. Beating the Seahawks is important as far as the division landscape. The next 2 weeks, appear favorable. We know the NFL, that's never that simple. And then I think it's like the Chiefs and the Rams after that.
Yeah.
So
that's right.
They've got like the next 4 at the end of the month. If they beat the Rams a second time and somehow get, let's say, 3 of 4, I feel like they're in really good position.
There's not a lot I'm hoping for this year, regular season wise. Obviously, hopes are for the Super Bowl and playoffs, but I just want the Niner defense to be as healthy as they possibly can be for that Chiefs game, because that could be something to see. And I'm talking about on either side. I'm certainly not saying the Niners are going to win that game, but that could be a sight to see. The Chiefs, Levi Stadium against that. And if that Niner defense, let me put it out there, guys. The Niner defense plays like it did last night. The Chiefs offense plays like they did against Tampa Bay. What's the score of that game? And who wins? Because I think you saw the best of the Chiefs offense this week and the best of the Niners defense are right there for both of them. They're both at high levels right now. I mean, do we have an answer for the matchups?
I'm gonna say the Chiefs and barely.
And I agree
just because I don't think the Niners have enough on offense to keep up. Because the Chiefs are gonna score. That's going to happen.
Yeah, because I think in those games, to Jay's point, it's the other part. Then it's how good is the Niners offense versus the Chiefs defense, because the Chiefs will make their moments offensively. The Niners will have their moments defensively. When you flip that and go, do the Niners have enough offense? And that's where like the special plays will come in. Does Debo break a couple of tackles and get a house call? Who wins the turnover battle? Do the Niners make one more field goal than the Chiefs? I think it would be a really well played game.
I'm going to say one thing. I think, and again, this might, there's a little red and bold in my face, but the most important player in that game to me is Travis Kelce. And I'm not saying he's more important than Patrick. My point is, as Travis Kelce goes, I think that game's going to go. If the Niners, and I know the Niners can find an answer for it, if the Niners can somehow keep Travis Kelce mortal that day, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, I'm not worried about him.
No.
I'm not worried about Marquez Valdez-Scantling. I'm not worried, a tiny bit worried about Juju Smith-Schuster. And if they can get to Patrick Mahomes and flood him or flush him, they're going to do what they do on offense. Their offense is going to have some fun against the Chiefs.
Quick counterpoint against Kelce, though. Isn't it more likely you see a scenario last night where Cooper Kupp still gets off just because he's Cooper Kupp and that's Stafford's favorite target and nobody else can get anything?
If the end of that game, Travis Kelce has 13 catches for 115 yards and no touchdowns, the Niners win the game probably. I'm fine with that. Let him beat you. Make him beat you and just contain him. But if it's Kelce bouncing off of Niners and sending a couple to the sideline with wraps around their shoulder, and they're keeping that defense on the field and tiring them out. And that's another thing. The Chiefs aren't exactly, your 8-minute drive team. They're boom, boom, boom. So you got to think that defense is going to be, barring injury, we're already looking ahead 2 weeks. That's what's exciting about last night's game, though.
Yep.
It flips the entire attitude of the fan base.
Yes.
Not too high, not too low, and that's why it's fanatics.
Yep.
We'll take a break. We're going to talk to Sean Salisbury next. I know normally at 8 o'clock we do that. Sean had some stuff to do, so we'll talk to him in just a couple of minutes. Also, 8:27, we've got Kings trivia for you. And that, if you win, and this is a good question, by the way, in honor of our friend Jason Thompson, who retired yesterday, that's going to get you tickets to the home preseason opener against the hated Blazers.
I want to see that.
I want to see that, too. You know what else I think you and all of us really want to see? I know what you want to see. You want to see... You want to see low prices for an HVAC system. And listen, it may not feel like it's going to be in the 90s, but it is fall. I know it's fall because all the good sports were on yesterday. So whether the weather is comfortable or uncomfortable for you, what can make you comfortable inside is knowing your air conditioner or furnace will be working properly and efficiently for whatever temperature it is. Take advantage of American Energy's $49 AC or furnace 30-point tune-up today. I did that a few months ago, right before summer started, and my air conditioner breezed through the entire summer. No problem whatsoever. Make sure you and your family are ready for when the weather changes. Call American Energy today at 916-520-9990. Sacramento area owned and operated. Been serving you since 1981. 520-9990. That's 916-520-9990. Or visit AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable. We're going to step away for... No, we're not. Oh, look at this. We can go right to it. Joining us right now, the busiest man in show business. It's Sean Salisbury.
USC legend, Grey Cup champion, NFL quarterback, and BattleBots host.
Yeah, Sean Salisbury. Sean Salisbury joining us right now, fresh off his morning show in Houston. Sean, I'm liking these videos you guys are doing to preview the shows every morning. You and your partner. Looks very good.
You might want to turn your mic on, brother. You sound like you're in the tunnel from a distance. You on your mic?
Yeah. Does that sound better or worse? Or
I
hold
can
on.
hear you.
Okay.
How about me? How does that sound, Sean?
That's perfect. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
There
Interesting.
you go. I can hear either way, but what's up?
Okay.
How you guys doing?
I'm looking at Jay moving stuff in the mix minus. That should sound better now. Does that sound better, Sean?
Nope, but I can hear you from a distance. Okay, bro, let's roll. Just long as no biggie. I got you.
Why don't you lead us off?
Okay.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Okay, back to me then. I was saying I like these videos you have promoting your show. Golly, geez. Sean's doing like 50 shows a day, and we're by far the least professional, but we love him the most, and that's what counts. Sean, did Jimmy Garoppolo, to you, was that a bounce back for him? Did the Niners win despite Jimmy Garoppolo's limitations? How did you see him overall after that terrible week against Denver?
I thought he bounced back and did what he needed to do. I don't expect, in truth, if we know what Jimmy is, I don't expect 40 throws. Kyle doesn't want to do that. Matter of fact, if you go back and look at the numbers, and I haven't done it in a while, but if you go back and look at the numbers over the course of time when they rush, and I didn't last night, but normally when they're throwing in the 20s and running in the 30s, 30-plus attempts, they're going to win most of their games. But Jimmy always seems to beat the Rams. The 49ers have a stronghold on the Rams. He's going to be, notwithstanding last night's numbers, 20-27, 18-25. And I could take you back, and I know it's a long time ago. I know he's not Troy Aikman, but when Dallas was at their best, Aikman was 18-22 for 2 touchdowns, no picks, and 224 yards. Go look. That's when the Cowboys were at their best. The reason I'm saying that is there's similarities to want to run it, Emmitt Smith, and I'm not comparing the talent, I'm comparing the philosophy, and want the quarterback to make enough plays, protect the ball, which he did enough last night, made some throws, protect it, get us some throws when necessary, don't miss the easy throws, and a defense. D'Amico Ryans has got playing as good as anybody. This is the picture you expect. And look around the NFC. There's so many teams that aren't whole. The Philadelphia Eagles are a good team. The Packers are beatable. The Vikings have proven they're beatable. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, obviously. I mean, you go up and down. Who's the dominant team in the NFC not named Philadelphia? The Cowboys are getting better, but they're not overly explosive on offense. So I thought he took a step up, did another week look like physically he was better, and that's why you got him. You're not going to lead the league in passing. You're just not. But be efficient enough and don't miss easy throws. Run the football, and they want to run it more. But their defense, hell, if you'd have screwed that one up last night the way their defense played, all hell to broke loose in San Francisco. That looks like the 49ers are going to look with more rushing attempts and more production.
Sean, what do you attribute this success? I mean, we know football can be a game of matchups, but for the Niners to have a 7-game regular season win streak over a good Rams team, how does that happen? Where's this dominance coming from in your mind?
Well, without even digging deep, just on the surface for people to watch at home, they're physically, when it comes to physical dominance, they're not out of position when they play them, and they get after the quarterback and force bad decisions. They just do. And you look at the number of rush attempts. Listen, when you throw it 40-plus times, and would he complete 30 of them, 32 of them, and it's for 200 and some yards, that tells me you're catching and tackling. You're not giving up the big chunk plays, which they don't do. And Cooper Kupp, 14 catches, fine. I think Higbee had 10. So 24 catches among 2 guys. And if they're not getting in the end zone, that's how you win. Keep Kupp out of the end zone. It's that old effect. Hey, Denny Green used to tell us this in Minnesota all the time, and we had really good defenses, is I don't care if they throw for 600 yards. Now, ego and pride, you don't want them to, but as long as they're not scoring, that's fine. And as long as we're getting turnovers and hitting the quarterback. And last night it felt like I was watching what Denny used to teach us, the way D'Amico went about the business. keep them out of the end zone, score on defense, and hit the quarterback in the mouth and force a whole bunch of quick throws, and let's not give up home run touchdowns. So what I attribute it to is that they seem to know how to defend them and attack them on both sides of the ball, and they limit Stafford's comfortability. They make him extremely uncomfortable, and they did it, and they've continued to do it, and even before him with Goff. So, yeah, I love this matchup, and I'm going to tell you now, if this defense plays better and the offense will elevate just a little bit more, you do not have to be great with that defense. There will come a time when Jimmy's going to have one of those games or two of them where he plays where he's the reason they win. But you just got to keep your defense from having short fields, and the 49ers are going to be right around where they need to be. They got better. There's still a place to go, but this defense is on fire, and they've got personnel and stars at a lot of positions.
Sean Salisbury with us. We've seen this blueprint before a couple times, and the one that always stands out to me is those Ray Lewis Ravens teams, the one that won with Trent Dilfer at quarterback. No disrespect to Trent, but he's not Joe Montana. Do you see? Am I being too simplistic, Sean? Seeing echoes of that on the plus side, on the positive side with the 49ers?
Not at all. I think you're 100% correct, and I love Trent Dilfer, and he did. Now I'm not sure. Well, I am sure, at least right now, that the 2000 Ravens are not the 49ers 2022 are not the 2000 Ravens defensively. But I can tell you this: in this NFL we play in now, it could very well be that type of version. And look around the league, guys. Look how good the Packers defense is playing. The 49ers, Tampa until Mahomes figured them out. The Dallas Cowboys, Buffalo Bills when they're going. The Miami's played good defense. It's right now, and I know early in the season defenses are usually ahead. The defenses have been more dominant than offenses have. And so, no, I don't think you're being too simplistic. I think in a situation, you got to know your personnel as a play caller and a coach, but you also got to know your weaknesses. Forget the strengths. I know what those are, but you got to know your weaknesses and try to stay out of them. And as long as they are throwing in the 20s and Jimmy's efficient enough to protect it, and like I said, when you got Debo open in a playoff, you can't miss him. When you're a defense and if the ball hits you in the chest and like it did Tart last year, those are the ones you got to secure. If you do, you do not have to be a hero offense with that defense. You will at certain times, but I don't think you don't need a superstar quarterback. Although it'd be great if Aaron Rodgers is a 49er, but in truth, Jimmy's a better player than Trent Dilfer production-wise. Although Trent was perfect for that team and I love him, Jimmy's a better player, but he's got to give you the same. Protect the football, let the defense do their thing, and make necessary plays because you will have to when you face a quarterback. Well, the Rams don't seem to be able to do it, but when you run into the Rodgers of the world, you're going to have to make a few plays and match some of them throw for throw in certain games this year.
Sean Salisbury with us. Sean, I'm thinking on the other side, if you're in the Rams side of things, you are the Super Bowl champs. Yes, you did beat the Niners in the playoffs, but you have lost to them 7 consecutive times and just don't seem to have an answer. You play them later again this month. They have another rematch. Where would your head be if you're a Ram the next time you play the Niners?
Well, you better find out. What is the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again and getting and expecting a different result. Well, they're going to have to do something. It starts for me, guys, in this series. Listen, you're going to play them, and you're probably, if you're the Rams, saying, okay, I know we got another regular season game. Let's hope we don't see their butt during the postseason when it comes around because they should have got us last year. But in the regular season, they do. I personally, and it's odd to me, but the physicality in the trenches, and it's such a cliche, and we use it all the time. But it is true in this case. They physically get dominated at the line of scrimmage when they play the 49ers. Now, I may have missed an aberration or two in the last 8 games, but they give the Rams a taste of their own medicine. And in truth, guys, the Rams offense, when you look at the Rams offense, do you say physical and powerful offense?
No.
Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, their most physical offensive lineman is a broadcaster now, and he's 40, and Andrew Whitworth, right?
Yep.
So they don't have him. So I don't look at them as they are the epitome of finesse offensively. They finesse you, and then try to run it, and every now and then they'll mix it in. I'm talking about the Rams. So if your finesse ain't working and you're hitting the quarterback, it's really hard to play the position when you're covered and you're playing it with your eyes, staring at the back of the cleats of somebody on the ground or sitting on your rear end. So if they want to do it, and I don't know how you turn physicality on and off during a season. I guess it's a mindset. But until you control the offensive line and the defensive front when it comes to the 49ers, which is really good on both sides, especially when they're healthy, but that defensive front, you don't win the physical battle. Your quarterback better be lights out. And when you throw a touchdown pass to the other team, you're going to get beat. And in truth, one thing I know about Matt, Super Bowl champ, love him. He's going to throw you 2 or 3. Should have had another one in the end zone intercepted last night.
Yeah.
And he is going to throw you almost one for the thumb in a game, depending on how many you can hold on to.
The best in the business, Sean Salisbury, fresh off his own 4-hour show in Houston, coming on with us each and every Tuesday at 8 o'clock and starting next week, 8:13 each and every Tuesday. Sean, we always appreciate your time, brother. You take care. Have a wonderful week.
You guys are awesome. Thank you, too.
All right, take care. That is Sean Salisbury. We will take a break. When we come back, Kings trivia for you.
Mm-hmm.
We've got you a pair of opening night of the preseason at home tickets, and we will have opening night regular season tickets coming for you in the future as well, all with Jason Ross Kings trivia plus news and notes. And we have an update on the MILF, the football league we told you about a few months ago, the Sacramento team. We have an update for you as well. We'll be right back in a couple minutes.
From the draft to free agency to the summer league
To the games that matter the most.
It's good, and it's pandemonium at Golden One Center.
when it comes to the Kings, nobody has you covered like Sactown Sports, your local sports leader.
For 74 years, the Keys family from Naturewood Home Furnishings has been serving families just like yours and mine. Hi, I'm Frank LaRosa with Golf to Go. The Naturewood team takes great pride and significant effort to offer Northern California families a vast selection of home furnishings, most of which are made right here in this country. The kitchen table, which we purchased so many years ago, speaks to the enduring quality of the Naturewood product lines. We treasure memories made seated around that table with family and friends for birthday celebrations, school projects, and many late-night meals when the day just got away from us. Naturewood has provided thousands with home furnishings that not only last for generations, but also lead to everlasting memories of cherished times. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings now during their 74th anniversary sale and get started making your own brand of memories. Meet the Keys family at Naturewood Home Furnishings, off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
Hey, sports fans, the team at M&S Auto Group loves it when a repeat customer tells a friend about their great truck shopping experience with us. We appreciate that. And if you're a newcomer, welcome. M&S Auto Group has more than 300 super clean cars, trucks, and SUVs on site, and plenty of 4x4s and American muscle cars for people like you that work hard and play hard. Want a new ride? Come and get yours. MS Auto Group. MSAutogroup.com.
Everyone loves to be outside, and so do mosquitoes. Protect yourself against mosquitoes and West Nile virus by following these simple tips. At least once a week, look around your yard and drain stagnant water from any containers where mosquitoes can breed. Remember to use an effective mosquito repellent, especially at dawn and dusk when mosquitoes are most active. Close all doors and be sure screens are in good working condition. At the Mosquito and Vector Control District, we're here to help. Visit us at fightthebite.net.
Hey, it's Carmichael, Dave. You know, it's amazing how the housing market has shifted so quickly over the last few months, and having the right mortgage company on your side is crucial in this ever-changing market. We've got just that lender. Of course, it's my guy Shelby at United Wholesale Lending. You can check him out at refinancewithshelby.com. Shelby's team, well known in the real estate market, from real estate agents, title companies, appraisal companies. That makes all the difference. United Wholesale Lending will even get your offer fully underwritten and approved up front so you can compete with the cash offers. They're local, fast, and competitive. Even with rates rising slightly from their record lows, there's been an increase in inventory. The market is shifting from a seller's market to a buyer's market. Buyers now have the opportunity to shop for the home that's right for them instead of settling for what was available. The team at United Wholesale Lending can pre-approve you over the phone in under 15 minutes without even running your credit. RefinanceWithShelby.com. That's RefinanceWithShelby.com. NMLS number 279051, BRE number 01864354.
Only one radio program captures the excitement of hunting and fishing as it happens. The award-winning California Sportsman with Sep Hendrickson. Only California Sportsman takes you where the action is. Live on the water, live in the blind, and live with the top pros and experts in outdoor sports. California Sportsman with Fishing Hall of Famer Sep Hendrickson is your premier destination for all things outdoors. Sep's Saturday Morning Outdoors. Ultimate Bass and California Sportsman, 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. Saturdays on Sactown Sports 1140.
You already know RC Willey has a large selection of furniture, mattresses, appliances, electronics, and flooring. But do you know they also have a low price guarantee? RC Willey, located in Rockland and South Sacramento near Elk Grove.
Sacramento State football is back at home this Saturday versus Northern Colorado. Game time, 6 p.m. at Hornet Stadium. Get your tickets at hornetsports.com.
Sactown Sports headlines.
With your Sactown Sports headlines, I'm Jay Mars. The Sacramento Kings opened up the preseason last night in L.A., blowing out the Lakers 105-75. It was a big debut for rookie Keegan Murray.
Back to Murray, stops, fires, he hits the triple. It's 59-53, Sacramento's biggest lead of the ballgame. Keegan Murray now has 12 points. Steal, Murray to run to the rack. He's got a two-hand flush. Quick 5 points from the rookie Keegan Murray, and it's 61-53 in favor of Sacramento.
Murray finished the game with 16 points and 6 rebounds on 7 of 11 shooting from the field. The Kings are back in action Sunday evening against the Portland Trail Blazers. After a dismal loss in Denver last Sunday, the 49ers answered back against the defending Super Bowl champion Rams, defeating LA 24-9 on the back of an amazing defensive performance.
Cooper Cup right. Stafford going to throw out right. Intercepted and coming back the other way. Talanoa Hufanga. Touchdown! San Francisco!
The big bad wolf.
Kyle Shanahan has now won his last 7 regular season matchups against Sean McVay and the Rams. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Got a take?
Make sure it's a hot one.
Take a shot right now. Call or text at 916-339-1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
That was a lovely and talented Greg Papa you heard on that call at the end of today's update. He joins us every Friday at 8 o'clock. Need some people on the phone lines for Kings Trivia. Brought to you by Jason Ross.
Yeah.
1-800-920-1140. Call now. 1-800-920-1140.
If you want to see one of the best teams going right now. They're 1-0 in the preseason.
They are.
They won by 30.
You know, they haven't lost in 3 years in the preseason.
That's true.
Yeah, they have.
That's true. 5-game preseason win streak.
Yeah.
Rolling.
A league high 5-game preseason win streak, probably.
Sure. Don't look it up. Maybe.
1-800-920-1140. It's tickets to the preseason.
Yes. Sunday.
Opener. Yeah, this Sunday.
Against the Blazers.
Sunday.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact.
Good way to cap the weekend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sabonis and Fox. Fox and
Last
Sabonis. Last night.
Okay.
Did you kind of feel like LeBron, Sabonis, Fox, Russ?
Yeah.
All kind of just like,
By the way, I mean, okay, talk about nitpicking, but when Russ got his and one, I mean, we're really doing the baby thing
in
and
the preseason.
Like, okay, Russ,
you were whatever.
I thought Fox was okay. I thought Sabonis was actually very quiet. Like again, nitpicking here. He didn't play a ton. If he's playing 30 minutes, it's going to look different. The more they get him involved, the better they're going to be. So
I will disagree with you a slight bit. I thought Fox was pretty terrible, but also pretty 4-12. Okay, 4 fouls.
Did he have 4 fouls?
Yes, in 16 minutes.
Defend without fouling, Fox.
Right. But here's the thing. Again, it's nitpicking. It's preseason. It's game 1.
I'm not really worried about him, but yeah, I thought. I mean, Keegan stood out. That was the one. I mean, there's no doubt.
You know, one thing of note too, just from an NBA standpoint, we spent so much time talking about Keegan and the Kings, and that's how it should be. 11 points, 11 boards, 2 assists, and a steal for Anthony Davis in 16 minutes.
I saw that after. I go, wait, he had a double-double?
Very quiet double-double, but minute by minute, he was probably the best player on the other side. And again, from an NBA standpoint,
yes,
I want to see him come back. All right. So we've got Kings trivia.
Yes. Like we said, to win a pair of tickets to see the Kings take on the Blazers in the home opener of the preseason Sunday at 6. For more information, visit SactownSports.com.
Look who's on line one.
Oh, no. Is it?
He's going for it. Longtime listener, loyal listener, was out at Amy Ace Hardware.
You guys talked.
Yeah, we
shared
talked.
stories.
He had to take a phone call, right?
How rude.
I was right in the middle of a story.
He took a phone call?
About a dying relative. And he was like, hold on, Dave. And he just took the call, walked away. I didn't see him again.
Now I think differently.
But now he's here.
Okay.
And he is 0 of 34.
0 of lifetime.
When it comes to our trivia questions. But
he keeps shooting a shot.
He keeps shooting. You know what? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yes.
Michael Scott.
Apparently 100% of the shots you do take.
Jack, what's going on?
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Jack. Are you ready?
I'm ready to disappoint, but let's go forward.
All right, let's go.
We need to build Jack's confidence up.
Yes, don't fail, Jack.
Don't fail, Jack.
Don't fail, Jack. You can do it.
All right, Jack, here we go. We talked about him earlier. One of our favorites, in honor of former Sacramento King Jason Thompson, announcing his retirement yesterday.
Yeah,
he is the all-time leader in games played in Sacramento Kings history.
All-time leader.
We do know that, but we're not looking for the all-time leader.
No.
We're looking for who he passed. So who is number 2 in games played in Sacramento Kings history?
I won't waste your time, and I'll go ahead and pass on that one, gentlemen.
Oh, Jack! I just wanted to guess.
Oh, waste our time. Just take a guess. I let him go.
Oh, Jack.
Oh, Jack.
It's going to happen one time. I think.
We're at 0-35.
Will we be here? I don't know.
Host privilege. Sorry, got to do it. There's a Mason online. I know it's not my child,
How do
but
you know?
Mason, am I your father?
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, hey, Mason. Okay, not my kid.
Hey, Dad.
No, I was looking at Dave. Mason, are you ready for some Kings trivia, buddy?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Mason, your question is, how many times has Jack missed? No. Jason Thompson is the all-time leader in Sacramento games played as a King. Who is number 2?
Number 2?
Yeah.
Jack Twyman.
Jack Twyman is
Sacramento Kings history.
Oh, Mason.
Yeah.
Little buddy. My guy,
I like that he went Jack Twyman.
I did.
That's excellent.
Old school reference.
Let's go with, is it Brian?
I go by Brianna.
I gotcha. Hey, Brian, how are you? Welcome in.
What's up, fellas?
Kings trivia for you, pal.
All right, do you know who number 2 is? Games played in Sacramento Kings history.
I was hoping someone would get that before me. I'm not going to step out like Jack did, but I'm just going to take a wild guess. Probably not, but Chris Webber.
Chris Webber, it's a great guess. You were ready to clap.
I was.
You were.
I was excited.
You got
Brianna, almost.
Oh, Brianna, almost. Let's go to Bob Dylan. Dylan, what's going on?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey, good. How are you?
Good. Let's go Peja Stojakovic.
Peja Stojakovic, number 2 all time for the Sacramento Kings. It was number 6. Yeah, but oh my goodness! We have a big winner, Peja Stojakovic, number 2 all time. Well done, Dylan. You are going to be blowing in the wind on your way to Golden One Center Sunday. Portland Trail Blazers, Sacramento Kings. Congratulations, my man.
Thank you.
All right, hold the line and
Thank you for listening. Thank you for playing.
Yeah, all of that stuff. All right.
We had some guesses on the YouTube of Mitch Richmond. Very good guess. He was
who else?
Third. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. And who? Cousins.
He's up there.
Yeah, he's
Way
got
up
to
there.
be. He's got to be top 5.
Yes.
Francisco.
What a stat for Jason Thompson, by the way.
Honestly,
to be number 1.
That's what I'm saying. Say what you want about it. No one's saying he's a Hall of Famer. No
No.
one's saying he's none of that.
No jersey retirement, but it's just been he was a pro.
You were able to play that long, and that's the thing, and that really is kind of a testament to the person and teammate he was, that you're able to stay in, if not probably the most consistently tumultuous franchisee.
He stayed in hell.
Right.
Yeah. And what they went through besides the team and that it was a brutal stretch.
You had the whole relocation thing, and Jason and Isaiah Thomas.
They were pros about that.
I will never, who could forget? Remember the night where you had the ladder and then coming out and the whole thing? It was Jason Thompson, it was Tyreek Evans, It was Dante Green and it was Francisco Garcia, with their checks being signed by the Maloofs, who were moving, who came out and said, amongst other things, this will always be our home. So whatever Jason Thompson ever does, I'm always going to love him and always going to remember him for that. I promised this. And since we're on the Kings, by the way, before we switch, I want to remind everybody, Sunday, October 16th, Golden One Center, Sacramento Kings Fan Fest. Doors open at 2. Festivities kick off at 3. You can reserve tickets at kings.com. Sactown Sports will be out there. Skills challenge for the players. 3-on-3 National Cup tournament. You can meet Slamson and Kings entertainers. Analysis with Kyle Draper. Somebody named Katie Christensen will be there. I don't know what she's doing. Kid Zone, special giveaways, discounted food, drink, and merchandise. Merch. Finally, as we go to break, we told you about the MILF, the Major League Football League, looking to make their debut for several cities. Well, it's been pushed back till next year. It was scheduled to make their debut this month, but as listed on the MLF's website, the league will now start in the fall of 23 because of a stadium issue for some teams.
Good. I have time to get ready for it.
And I also have breaking news from 2023. The MILF, citing financial difficulties, has folded. Yes.
You can see the future.
Just don't waste the cash. We'll take a break. When we come back, we wrap up with what's hot and what's not next.
When it comes to the Kings, nobody has you covered like we do.
All right, we're here with De'Aaron Fox.
I think coming in, and since we've been playing, he's talked about defense a lot to me personally, and being able to, fight through 6-7 screens in a possession, and still be able to do what you do offensively. So I feel like I'm ready for it.
The best Kings talk, the flagship.
Hey, Sacramento, it's De'Aaron Fox, and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sactown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Hey there, Jason Ross here to tell you about ACR Solar and Roofing. We utilize the roofing part of what they do, their home services department. They take care of a lot of different things, and it's quality, value, and integrity, and they've been doing all those things since 1979. When we met with them and Joe Peterson, the roofing expert, after meeting with multiple roofing companies, it was just the right connection. My wife and I knew it right then and there. Then you get your bid. We felt good about that. We had seen some of their work, and then when they actually do the work, it's incredible. Yes, we were in that spot where we needed a new roof. It's not an easy purchase by any means, but they made it the whole process very simple for us. I was marveling at the fact of how quickly they were able to rip down the old roof, put up the skip sheeting, get everything going for the new roof, and now it feels like we have a new house, which is great. We have the better peace of mind knowing that we're safe through any kind of weather conditions. Curb appeal looks way better. It's just, we get compliments about it. We feel good about the way our house looks, and that's all credit to ACR Solar and Roofing. So go to acrsolar.com to find out more, or call them at 916-481-7200.
Get ready for a new season of Sacramento Kings basketball.
Two-hand jam has me on my feet.
The season tips off at Golden One Center on October 19th when the Kings take on the Portland Trail Blazers. Join the loudest fans in the NBA.
This is one of those magical moments.
Get your tickets to cheer on Fox, Sabonis, rookie Keegan Murray, and the new-look Kings at a game this season.
Murray, yes!
Tickets are on sale now at kings.com/tickets. Secure your seat for the action today.
You could save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, but when we just come out and say it, it feels like it falls a bit flat. So we're going to tap into human emotion, first with some music. Then, in a serious tone, I'll say, save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive. And even though it was about saving money with Progressive, we'll fade out the music so you know it was poignant. Wow, powerful stuff. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discount not available in all states or situations.
Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda, is also Northern California's #1 Honda certified pre-owned vehicle dealer.
Come see our amazing selection of quality pre-owned vehicles. We have something for everyone. Don't shop dealer to dealer trying to find the perfect used car. Stockton Honda has the selection, financing, and savings you want. Plus, get top dollar for your trade.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
claim based on 2021 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company's own report.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Hello, Sacramento. Doug Christie here with the Good Feet Store, asking, are you a runner? I am. When I was asked as a kid to run an errand, I literally ran that errand. Running all over helped me to be one of the fastest guys on the team and always the quickest. But all that running put tons of pressure on my feet and made me susceptible to pain in my legs, feet, hips, and back. The pain was intense and I just couldn't shake it. Now, thanks to the Good Feet Store, foot-related problems are a thing of the past. Do you lead an active lifestyle at work and play, frustrated with solutions that don't solve anything? Come to the Good Feet Store and get a free personalized fitting and test walk. Experience for yourself the comfort, balance, and support that is Good Feet Art supports. The Good Feet Store in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, and Modesto, online at goodfeet.com. That's goodfeet.com. Tell them Doug Christie sent you.
What's hot and what's not? Brought to you by American Energy Air and Solar, believing in a better customer experience since 1981. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot.
And what's not?
It's not good.
Brought to you by American Energy Air and Solar, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company and second opinion partner.
Are you wondering who's hot?
I am. Yeah, I want to know.
Albert Pujols.
Yeah,
Or
I'll be
is-
sure.
No, it's Alpeisure.
Oh, yes.
See? He had his 703rd career home run last night. That was also his 35th career home run at PNC Park in Pittsburgh, his most at any road ballpark in his career. But wait, there's more. Pujols' rookie season coincided with PNC Park's first season. He homered in his first career game at PNC on May 15th, 2001.
He did.
If that's his last regular season home run, how cool is that to bookend it at the same park?
Well,
That's
we
not your-
talked about earlier.
Yeah,
He
the home park,
bookended his home park.
Yeah.
His first game in St. Louis, hit a home run. His last at bat in St. Louis, at least, home run. Here's a question my son and daughter and I were asking last night.
To who?
My son and daughter. We were
Who are
talking.
you guys asking?
Does Albert Pujols have the most adolescently funny name in sports history?
Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
You have Cubs coach Dick Pole. You have
The racer, right? Dick Trickle.
Dick Trickle, correct. Another Cubs guy, Pete Lecoq. Milton. I always thought Milton Bradley was a fun name, and Coco Crisp.
Yeah, we don't bring up Milton Bradley. Not a good human.
I'm just saying that.
Yeah, he's a really bad
I
person.
got you.
He's automatically disqualified.
Pujols has got to be up there, right?
That's pretty good.
John David Booty. Remember him?
John David Booty.
Is that a song?
Yeah.
Fat Lever's underrated.
I agree.
That's an underrated name.
Well, his real name though is Lafayette, which is also a great name.
Former Jaguar Harry Colin.
Really?
Yes.
Can we get to the news?
Urban Shocker. Jim Bob Cooter.
Stand by on this frequency.
It's time for the news of the day.
Thank you for ruining the show and dropping a steamer on my journalistic integrity.
Today's important headlines, intelligent analysis, hard-hitting interviews.
Yeah, this is none of those things.
Here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Oh my God, I love those guys.
Charlie Furbush. No. Pooh Richardson. Move on. Just saying, this is the conversation we were having at my house last night.
Be better if it were Pooh Richard.
That's what I'm saying. Loretta Lynn's passed away, by the way. Loretta Lynn.
Oh, yeah, Elvis's wife.
That news showed up earlier today, as a matter of fact. 90 years old, did not get cheated. Actress, music superstar, movies on her life. Jack White of the White Stripes actually produced one of her Grammy-winning albums, as a matter of fact. But you're talking about one of the tent poles of country music in general. Willie Nelson, who is still with us, Loretta Lynn. I mean, I don't even know what they'd be. Oh my God, you're Mount Rushmore. Well, we won't get into that.
Mount Rushmore countries.
Merle Haggard, Willie Nelson, Loretta Lynn,
Kenny Rogers, Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
Reba.
I'm Reba.
I'm missing a guy that's not with us anymore.
Glenn Campbell.
Vince Gill.
No, he's got like a weird name like Mississippi. It's not that. Well, not Mississippi.
He's got a weird name like Mississippi.
No, it's not that. No, Waylon Jennings is who I was thinking of.
It's just like Mississippi.
Yeah, just like Mississippi. We got to ask the KNCIs.
The countries.
Yeah, the countries. What's going on there?
We know you like your sports.
Yeah, coal miner's daughter. Might remember that. Anyways, Loretta Lynn was 90. We had Whitey Gleason in last week when you ditched us. And you may remember Whitey from Fright Night Theater back in the day when he hosted that. Well, there is a network.
Johnny Cash.
Oh, God. Right. And please don't get mad at me for forgetting people like Johnny Cash. Like, obviously, there's going to be some big names I forgot.
Blake Shelton.
George. Really? What?
He's married Gwen Stefani. To me, that makes him the best.
Anyways, there is a nationwide talent search for a show or a guy called Svengoolie. I can't get it right, but it's Me TV is the name of this network. It's a horror host, and they're expanding by having a nationwide talent search.
It's a what host?
Do you want to be a horror host?
What's the pay?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
More than this place. I can tell you that.
I like the horror genre, so I wouldn't mind if it's a good paycheck, good bennies.
Well, let me ask you, are you guys horror film
No.
people? Yeah, you're not.
No, I get scared.
I love horror films.
I do too.
You love them.
I do.
I love them. Oh, he loves them.
I do.
Love them.
Yes. October, favorite month. Biggest reason why Halloween, horror movies.
Are you
all that
watching
good
the
stuff.
new Halloween that's coming out?
No, I don't. So here's the thing. I'm not big on slasher movies.
Well, what do you enjoy then?
Like
The scary ones.
The Shining.
Like slasher movies are so stupid.
Shining wasn't a slasher
Okay,
movie,
well,
right?
I guess
No, The Shining's not a slasher.
I'm thinking of that where you just like literally going to get cut in half by a machete. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
it's
like
cool.
those.
Guy shows him the machete.
I don't like those.
It's like it's such a stupid plot line. It's
I
like,
don't
okay,
like
somebody's
those.
gonna shoot them eventually.
Okay, so we're talking about different.
Yeah, give me stuff like The Ring.
Yes.
Or
How
Have
do
you
they
guys
kill
seen
you
the-
in that?
Have you guys seen the new?
You watch the tape.
Yeah, watch the.
And then
Watch. You know what? Why don't you watch the movie?
No, I'm not.
Luke
I'm saying-
Walton, watch the tape.
No, yes, you would watch
Yes.
this videotape, and then in like 3 days, this girl with long hair would go, and she'd look at you. 7 days, yeah.
I'll give you an example. Like that
And you
new
die.
movie, Smile. I'd like to watch that.
That's what started this whole thing. I was talking to him during the break. I said the preview for Smile is one of the freakiest previews I've ever seen in my life. Something about like weird people smiling I don't like.
That's why it's such a great premise for a horror movie.
Okay, Jason, what's your
favorite scary movie?
What's the scariest movie you've ever seen? Because you don't like scary movies.
I remember as a kid seeing Children of the Corn. Did not
That's
like that.
Children of the Corn will creep you out.
Right. Children of the Green Beans so much.
Dude, anytime there's children involved in horror movies, it's automatically more scary.
I thought it was popcorn.
100%.
Children of the Popcorn. I'm like, this sounds fun.
That's great. I agree with you. Children and dolls.
Yes.
Chucky.
Chucky, yeah, but Chucky
No.
for sure.
Listen, at 4, my grandparents thought it'd be fun to show their grandson me Chucky. I was terrified of Chucky
Not great.
for years.
No,
really
not
bad
great.
idea. Like when I'd spend the night, they'd tell me they'd have a Chucky doll in the closet waiting for me. Yeah.
Wow. Grandparents of the Year.
Oh, yeah. They sound great.
Love them.
3 things I remember from my youth. When he pulled back the curtain in the bathroom in The Shining and the old lady came out, number 1. Alien, when the snake came out of the dude's stomach. And then number 3 was the clown in Poltergeist.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to drag, still kind of, I'm not going to lie, still might need a nightlight tonight. Before we get to celebrity birthdays, we skipped this yesterday. It is National Taco Day. And so celebrate by having a taco. Will you have a taco today?
I hadn't planned on it, but now I might.
Yeah, I think we might too.
Taco might be in the works.
It's also National Cinnamon Bun Day.
Okay.
I'm okay with cinnamon buns. I don't hate them. I don't seek them out. Every once in a while, those little cinnamon buns in a tin that you can put in the oven on a Sunday morning. There's nothing wrong with that. National Vodka Day. Obviously, you and I are. Jay, are you a vodka guy?
I'll drink vodka, but I wouldn't call myself a vodka guy.
It'd have to be dressed up with something pretty sweet for me.
Yeah,
like straight vodka. Ugh.
I would say something like root beer and vodka, but hold the vodka.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm into that. Finally, today's National Taco Day.
Yeah.
So earlier today, unbeknownst to you guys, I put a poll out.
Oh, shocking. You put a poll out. We would have never guessed.
That sounded weird. Tacos or burritos?
What's that come out? Just
Tacos or burritos? You could only have one for the rest of your life. 55% say tacos. I disagree.
Smart choice.
You can't disagree with the poll. Facts.
Before celebrity birthdays, I have a great announcement.
Okay.
Hubie Brown at age 89 will call 15 games for ESPN this season. 89, still doing it.
Don't get scared. Don't get scared. We said it was a great announcement.
Well, but
if he did that,
you think I would say Hubie passing is great?
We could go in there and punch him.
No,
if he
it
said
would
that.
be one of those things where you're
I'd
like, I have a
punch me.
great announcement. Hubie Brown has ascended to NBA heaven. He passed away. What a great life. You try to play it off like I almost fell off my chair.
Make me excited for
He's 89.
Just when you say Hubie Brown, it should
Okay,
always
I
be followed with who
swear to
is
God.
still with us.
I swear to God, when I first read the tweet, I thought it was a death tweet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So when it was that, I was like, yes.
Woo!
Good for
Well, that's
Hughes.
good.
In our league.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love Hubie Brown. Celebrity birthdays.
Happy birthday, guys, to those born on this October 4th, like Derek Rose.
Oh, D Rose.
Former MVP.
Derek Rose
Has
his
its birthday.
Yeah. Derek Rose is actually younger than you think. He's 31.
32.
He is 34 today.
Oh, he's older than you
We
think.
should have guessed the normal 34.
Happy birthday to Alicia Silverstone.
Oh. Nev Campbell, Alicia Silverstone,
my.
part of that Mount Rushmore of little Carmichael Daves, Elle McPherson, and I forget the four. Charlize Theron. Alicia Silverstone is 49.
47.
46 today for Alicia Silverstone. Happy birthday to Susan Sarandon.
Oh, Susie.
Who's your first one? Derek Rose. I was going to say, what a day for Carmichael Dave crushes from his youth, but I didn't have a crush on Derek Rose.
In your youth, that is.
Susan Sarandon, star of Bull Durham and other things, is 76.
Say old Suze is 74.
Susan Sarandon is 76.
Yeah, baby.
You cheated.
That's what? No.
Happy birthday today to Liev Schreiber.
Liev Schreiber, one of the great actors and voiceover artists of our generation. Voice of Hard Knocks. Liev Schreiber. Happy birthday, Liev. He is 55.
Liev Schreiber is 58.
He is 54. One of Dave's favorite names, Barkevius Mingo.
Barkevius Mingo is 40 today.
39.
32. A.C. Green.
Oh. Because we're both thinking the same thing.
Yep.
Hold on. Let me hold out for a second. He is
Sure.
62.
Which
He's
one?
62.
Okay.
He's 57.
He is 59.
We're all doing
Tie.
math. Yeah.
You already mentioned his birthday. Let's see if your recall is good. Tony La Russa.
Tony La Russa is 78.
77.
He is 78.
I knew it, as I read it earlier today. For Jay Mars, Jason Russell, Carmichael Dave, we'll see you tomorrow on Hope Day. Jim Rum is next. Bye-bye now.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
With Jason Ross.
Divorce becomes a reality. You need a partner that you can count on. If you're